Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another exciting 136 15 PLO game here at Texas Card House, Houston. DT back in the booth along with Shanice again. How you doing, Shanice?
Hey DT, I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. Good as always. Well as always. I never know that. I always got in trouble when I was younger for saying good because you're supposed to say I'm doing well, but I still always say good.
Language it changes all the time, so
We're
maybe good next time.
we're good. We're good. Got some exciting action for y'all tonight. Usual suspects, along with some new players in the mix. Levi, stream regular back, new player there for the stream. Ghost Rose says he wants to be called for the stream, and we got another new player, Pick Me, in seat 5. Snake back at it, although this time he's Snake 11. Don't know why he chose 11. Catman's in his usual seat. And then we have new stream goer Dwayne in seat 9. More players will be coming on in through the stream, but this is who we got for now as we go straight into it. Almost everybody's seen the flop.
Can't win them all if you don't win the first one.
It's true. Texas heads up 5 ways. I just learned the other day that I think it was from you that Texas heads up is 5 people.
Five, like exactly. I think
Yeah,
it's like true Texas heads
true
up,
Texas.
but any more than that, 5+ is definitely how we do it here.
Catman just rivering the effective nuts in his hand based on how it was played. Catman doing Catman things.
Definitely a change of pace. We've been streaming a lot of Hold'em again, which is also great. We've had lots of awesome tournament action from the Poker Atlas Tour this last weekend. So if you didn't make it down to Houston for this one, I think they're going to be in Florida, maybe also Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas is
in
where they're going to
December.
conclude everything. There's going to be a big championship tournament. The winner of our main event most recently got a seat into that. It's a $2,200 $2 million guarantee tournament they're going to get into for free.
Very cool.
So plenty of Poker Atlas action. Don't know when the next time they will be here. I don't know if that's actually been announced.
Yeah, probably not. I know they have a bunch of other stops, but I'm sure they will be back soon. And if not, we will definitely bring you more tournament action. Probably after the World Series is over, let those guys handle the summer action. Cute little hand for Dwayne. He has a suited ace with the 6-9 of hearts, personal favorite of mine. Doesn't want to see a ton of hearts, though. Catman does have those covered with the ace-8 of hearts.
They do have hands that interact with each other, so we could definitely see some blood. Not on that board.
A little too high for a real battle between those two hands.
Ace Jack high currently no longer. It was the best hand. Now a pair of 4s is the best hand. This is what they're battling with here. And a pair of 8s now. Oh.
Gives that back to Catman.
Tables his hand. Dwayne checking his hand to see how he loses to a pair of 8s, but yeah, there you see it. He nods. Yeah, that's good.
Looking for a 10 or a 7, maybe. Catman 2 for 2 to start the stream.
It's hard to make a pair, even in PLO apparently.
What's the worst hand you've won a PLO pot with?
That's my hand. King, Jack, 5, 4, hearts and diamonds. I have close and spade. Oh, really? You'll see what happens.
The weirdest one is naked pocket jacks. No, was it Jack? Yeah, naked jacks. I was playing. really early on when the club opened up. I got it all in like 4 or 5 ways, and the board ran out 10 high, double paired, and I said naked jacks, and everyone's like, "Yeah, that's good." And I'm like, and I was looking at the board, I'm like, I don't know how or what y'all are calling with, but someone doesn't beat me on this board. There's a straight, a flush, it was double paired.
Oh wow, that's a pretty good one.
Four folds.
Even sometimes you'll run into queens at showdown or kings or showdown or something like that. That'll beat
That's
you. But
yeah, that was the weirdest one I've won. I guess they just all had Broadway rundowns. What about you?
I have won a three-way pot with ace high.
That's hard to do too. Well, I guess did you get it in versus a bunch of draws?
It was turn, and everybody basically had a different part of the flush of the straight draw. Excuse me. So there was like, it could have come certain low cards. Basically, a five. A five would have helped the wheel come in, and then some middle stuff, and then it just. I can't remember what the board was. It was basically just all cards that nobody had a straight combo in their hand.
That's good.
It's always weird to see hands like that win, but it makes sense though. Once you see their hand, you're like, I guess I can see it. Or your pair dangler when you have a wrap, or your ace high dangler when you have a wrap wins
Exactly.
because you just get it in.
Yep, everybody had a straight ace to deuce and back, all together, but nothing on the board. So
Two folds. Four raises to 50. Five folds. Seven folds. Eight folds. Nine folds. We got four players. Hit me.
Snake's got all the clubs in his hand.
Four players. Like
Gonna be hard to make a hand.
five check, eight check.
Dwayne has the best of it here.
Four check.
7 high flush draw, the best
Five check.
flush draw.
Check.
Now the best hand.
Four folds.
Pick me's 2 pair.
Five folds.
I guess pick me it was pick me who had all the clubs, not Snake. I always find it amazing in PLO when someone has 4 clubs or 4 of the same suit in their hand and they make a flush against me.
It's crazy that it can happen, but it definitely does. I've seen it.
It's always like, really?
I looked down, I thought I had hearts and diamonds. I just had diamonds.
They just believed in the power of the suit.
That Jack had that. I wanted the diamonds.
I think you are allowed to call with all suited cards if you have a straight rundown.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you're drawing to, you're trying to use it as a free roll, not an actual flush draw. Like when you have like King, Queen, Jack 10, all clubs, and you flop a straight or something in a club draw. You're not trying to make the flush. You're just hoping if you have the straight and someone else has a straight, you have the flush draw live.
Right. And also, they may, if you play it a certain way, they may put you on only the flush.
Ghost Rose got a nice high-low hand, but that's not what they're playing, so
Five folds.
just gonna limp the 15.
Seven folds. Eight
Could raise it.
15.
Definitely not limping to fold.
I love playing wheel hands, but they can be tricky. Feels like somebody always has the 6 high when I make the wheel, so.
There will be no ace coming. They're all accounted for. Dwayne with pretty good jacks.
Eight check.
No one has diamonds. Catman's got the dry guy and the set, so
Nine check.
very much the best hand. Looks like he's just gonna check through.
Eight check.
Still has. Oh no, Levi has a weird straight now. I wonder if Catman's gonna turn his hand into a semi bluff now, because he can check raise this turn.
It's always a little disappointing though when you're blocking your boat. So he does have that 7 of hearts in his hand.
Nice clean run out for Levi. Just goes check check. No bluff.
Got my phone to teach me when I win.
Sounds like someone folded diamonds. Don't know if we'll be doing bomb pots 3 all yet. I know sometimes the players like doing them, and some groups of players don't.
Yeah, just depends on the mix of how frisky they feel today.
In the hold'em lineups, we do not typically do bomb pots just because it takes up so much time. Even though they're so fun, a lot of players just want to play the hold'em on stream. But for the PLO stream, they're already playing 4 cards. Why not just add another board for one in the hands?
I like the Squid Game version that we do in the mixed game. It's a little crazy, but it's super fun.
All right, so chat, for those of y'all that have not heard of the Squid Game variation of bomb pot, it's fantastic. So in the mixed game, they get to do it because you're only 7-handed,
Right.
and everybody gets dealt 5 cards. It's limit, but there's still an ante, but it's fixed limit, and then it's ultimate high, ultimate low hand, and what that means is the best high hand from all the boards is the winning hand, and the best low hand from all the boards is the other winning hand.
Right.
There's 3 boards, 3 flops, 3 turns, and 3 rivers, but the board with the lowest river gets killed.
And you can actually kill multiple boards because
if they
2 twos or 2 threes comes, both
those boards
get
die.
Yeah.
And then a little spicy one for the dealers that are dealing it. If all 3 boards are the same, whatever dealer in the box is dealing the hand gets the whole pot. So it's there's a little something for everybody in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Something for a couple players in this one too. Ghost Rose flops top set, and Levi has
Trip 6s, and so does Snake. That's a bad card for both those, and no waiting. Ghost Rose fills up, so he's got that board locked up. He's got the nuts on that board with the 5 being on the other board. Can't lose the quads on that one.
Yeah, Levi's flush draw that he was hoping could maybe give him some scoop opportunities, no longer good.
So now Ghost Rose has picked up a diamond draw now, so he's really loving it now. Jack or diamond on the other board. Snake just gonna let this go. Don't mind that. Can't win the other board. Let's see if Levi. Yeah, Levi gives it up too. Once both 6s lost the ability to win both boards, and this is one of the things that a lot of players get in trouble with is they take a hand like those Trip 6s hands and go bananas with it in a spot where you can't win both boards, and we see a lot of players lose lots of bomb pots that way.
Right, absolutely. Even just playing certain hands over aggressively on the flop, knowing that the turn and river are going to change the board or boards massively, can be tough. Would you have potentially thought about checking to trap there? Or?
No, I'm potting every street with Ghost Rose hand. Once I turn the nuts, we're gonna make them pay everything to see rivers, and on rivers we're gonna make them pay everything. Because we can scoop on certain runouts on the other board, and it's very hard for the board that we had top full house for them to be playing unless they had like exactly 5-6,
right?
Which we can still scoop them. We'd be free rolling a flush draw at that point. So I like fast playing nutted hands that have free roll potential. I like trapping nutted hands that have no free roll potential. So, like, if he had just jacks and couldn't win the other board, checking behind.
Right.
Because when you're not heads up, you wanna. That's how you make money. You just chop someone else up. Another 4-way flop. Levi got a really pretty hand. 6-5-4-3 double suited, and a really good flop for the 6-5-4-3 double suited.
Was just going to point out a lot of the 9, 8, 10, 9, 9, 6 combinations that could have made higher straights than Levi's, but he pretty much nails this one.
Flops the nuts with top 2 pair. That's a terrible card for him because now he's chopping with any of those cards on the board with a 4. But he still has the best hand. He is gonna bet here now with 3 pair and a straight. No reason to let people get another card for free. Only afraid of 7-4. No one really has anything.
That's all Levi's board.
Yeah. That flop, it does not get better than that flop for Levi's hand. That's the best flop, I think, outside of flopping a full house, which I'd rather have that flop than flop a full house.
Absolutely.
No big swings yet. Pick me down a little bit. Had nothing manifest for him yet. Game gets really expensive when it costs $75 to $200 to see a flop.
Absolutely.
Start bleeding chips real quick. Joey, I think you can get multi-way value, but that would imply that both players get to call. And I think personally is going to end up happening a lot is one person, when we bet small, one person is going to call, and the other person is going to fold, and which it's going to be very likely that we're in a chopping scenario. And I'd rather just put since I'm not there yet, I'd rather just put the players to the max, both players to the max test.
Yeah. I mean, Spencer had the bottom board locked up though,
Yeah.
with still a redraw. So, that's the beauty of split pot games. It becomes an interesting math problem just to figure out what value you can get, and if it's better to just take the pot down on the flop or the turn, or try to get a little money in.
Now we got a spicy pot brewing now. Ghost Rose with the aces. It's Joey. The problem isn't. Well, so I'll get to that in 1 second. We got somehow we have a flop that doesn't connect with everybody. Pick me with the most equity. Has more equity than naked aces here.
Well, Catman's 2 pair technically still in the lead.
Yeah, the 9s and 4s.
He's probably not going to feel like it with Pick Me.
Well, Pick Me only had $54, so I don't think Catman's folding
he's
for
not.
$54.
Yeah, I've seen. I don't think he's folding for 500 and
maybe 2,000.
$50.
Maybe 2,000.
Yeah.
The bottom 2 pair without a redraw. Oh no, Catman's just gonna go with it.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get those other
Oh,
ones
yeah,
out of
wait.
the way. He's isolating.
No, I'm blocking your heart.
You got diamonds? No. Your diamonds are what? No, I don't even have diamonds twice.
They're gonna go twice. Catman. Catman is gonna
Bigger
lose to the
pair.
king 3, but he is gonna scoop the side pot, half the side pot, with his 2 pair. Does defeat aces. Going for the second board. Looks like another diamond.
I think just making sure that since we're running twice, all the cards get in the right place.
Yeah.
Players anxiously awaiting that river.
I have 2 pair.
It looks. Which 2 is always the fun question.
Spencer facing the all too familiar feeling
Of losing with the.
losing with aces. It's hard with so many cards, more cards for them to hit. To just bink those little 2 pairs on you.
Joe, I think that hand can go both ways. I think there's arguments for both sides of it. Full potting it and partially potting it, or betting small, trying to get the most out of the players on the other board.
Queen 9, 4-3, huh?
That's and one of the cool things about bomb pots is they're not solved yet.
Is there? Yeah, it's gonna.
There's
We're gonna
too
have
much-
to wait for the AI robots to solve the bomb pots for us.
About the right table.
a lot of things that are going to factor into it is like player profile, what they like to do with their hand, so we can then adjust our sizing to that.
I mean, I do think you probably had to figure that at least one player had a 6.
I would assume that based on the board that both players have a 6 there. The top board, they could have a straight draw that interacts with both boards. They're going to fold that hand regardless. But the hands that continue, that would continue versus any size bet on the turn small is going to be like 6 plus redraw.
Right.
And when the 5 comes,
I had a short stack. I wouldn't. Ace king.
Ace, king, 10, 3.
I mean, I only had 500 in my hand.
Joey, my argument, I do see your argument. My argument is that when you get called for small bet, you're going to end up chopping the even when you big bet river. There's enough runouts where you're going to end up chopping. There are also enough some runouts where you're going to get scooped, but you're dodging. If you let both 6s call, you're dodging. Let's say they have different danglers. You're dodging 18 cards on the river minimum on the top board for them not hitting. And if one of them hits, then let's say we choose to charge the max as. We choose to charge the max on the river, we're going to be chopping that. So we're going to be chopping small bet plus half the thing. Whereas if we just bet pot on the turn and we get folds out of both of them, we take the whole pot, which is worth more than half of the small bet plus half of what was already in the pot. As now we come back and look at Stroh's and Catman battling. Catman's got a queen. Stroh's has flopped the nuts, which is hard to do with the queen 7.
Yeah, sharing a 3. So Ghost Rose is really gonna, or sorry, Catman is gonna need the 10 or the 8.
Not a 10 or an 8. Ghost Rose in great shape, as we can see by the action tracker. That's full pot. I don't know if Catman's gonna hold on to this.
I mean, he has 2 overs to, if he already has a boat, he does have those 2 overs.
They're pretty deep. Does make a straight. Ghost Rose betting the max.
3,020.
I think this is a spot where, I don't know how much Catman has played with Ghost Rose, but if he thinks that there's no way that he would do this with just a naked queen or a straight or in any way a bluff, the sizing is hefty for him to call.
He does have a straight, but it doesn't feel good. He knows it doesn't feel good.
I know.
Oh, he does make the call.
I didn't want to see a 10.
We did make it straight.
No, I think he said fold. He said fold.
Oh, he said fold. Okay.
Yeah.
Like battleship bombs are
It's
going
weird
over
when the chips are like over the betting line and they fold. They muck cards face up because then it looks like they called.
When I'm dealing, I'm always one of those that I would rather ask and, have a player be like, oh, no, I obviously folded, than take somebody's cards and put them in the muck, especially when there's 3, 4, 5 grand in the middle. I also love when you deal Hold'em versus PLO, when players point at the middle of the table, it means completely different things. Hold'em players are checking.
Well, that's not it. That's not even. So I know that they want to know how much is in the pot, and some players assume that they're betting pot, but we need to hear verbal from y'all.
That's true. Yeah.
Point is not point is just to clarify what Shanice is saying. Point is not a bet, but that's what they want.
I think it's just like tone of voice. You can almost just tell with how aggressively that finger is pointing at the pot. Like if we are betting that,
Oh, you made it 30, Dwayne?
or we're just curious about it. It's tough,
And then,
guys.
then there's also the pot. The word when people say pot and then pot like with a question mark, but it's still a bet.
Yes, yeah, I definitely had that at a table. We have a lot of great 1-2 action here, guys. So, we have our big PLO games, but for a lot of newer players, younger players, the 1-2 games are a great place to learn. And I've seen some lucky ducks play their first time win a good $500, $600, $700. So it's definitely a good game. But somebody asked if somebody else was all in with that questioning in their voice.
Yeah.
And everybody at the table was good sports, knowing that there's a lot of new players. Just kindly inform them. We all know that you were asking, but if we wanted to
We could
enforce the rule, yeah, if somebody wanted to try to tingle on you or something, or enforce the rule, you could be held to that. So
chat. If y'all are playing, ask what is the pot.
what is the pot? Is he all in? Be very careful.
As we often have to remind players, poker is a very visual game. So if you're not paying attention and you make an action that would be changed but still influenced, like saying the word call and not paying attention to a bet in between, that's still binding.
Absolutely, yeah.
We talked about that during the tournament, Dwayne.
So be very careful with what you do. Always be vigilant.
It's a visual game for your dealers as well. So a lot of people, play with chips, play with cards, and it can be tough to determine checks sometimes when there's a lot going on. So protect yourself, protect your hand.
Especially when you're playing in a game as big as this one. Don't want to make a mistake for thousands of dollars.
No, definitely not. Doesn't feel good. Ooh, I like Snake's hand. Again, my 9-6 in the mix.
Catman's blocking you, though.
He is, yes.
Double suited sixes.
Levi also with the ace-9 of spades and a couple mystery cards.
I got another big pot brewing.
Yeah, 1,200 in the middle already. Dwayne likes that flop.
Pretty reasonable. Pair plus open-ended. Snake likes it. Gut shot straight flush draw. With backdoor diamonds. Yeah, he's just going to blast it. Catman can't. Dwayne might get involved. He's only got a little bit left. Can't do anything. Levi's mystery cards are apparently not good enough to help him continue.
I know, they weren't good.
Going twice. 2,400 in the middle. A pair of eights will win the first board.
Well, Dwayne also caught the ace.
Yeah. Straight for Snake, so they're chopping it up. Yeah. I mean, this is a pretty good result for Dwayne's hand. He was in bad shape versus Snake. Snake was drawn to some hands that have him drawing dead.
Yeah, I was really needing the 7 or just that 8 to hold, which it pretty much did. Ace improved him. Was blocking the jack as well, even though it did come on the second board. I don't mind chopping. It's nice. Everybody keeps on going. No major injuries in that collision.
2 people lost $300. But that was the pre-flop bet, so.
I don't think they're. I've seen a couple of those players sweat for many times that.
Blind. I'm trying to put $1 in this.
Bring him up there. Okay.
I find that in PLO, players can easily part with more money pre-flop. So much easier than in like Hold'em. In Hold'em, you're looking at 7-6 suited. It's like three bet and a call around, and you're like, nah, I don't want to flick it in. And PLO, it's 3-bet, 4 call. The next guy's like, yeah, I want it.
Oh, it's no question.
Yeah.
Once the second person calls at the Omaha table,
It starts.
the whole table's coming. But these are the same guys that'll complain about a $4 Topo Chico.
It's because it's in a plastic bottle, not the glass bottle, so it has less fizz. That's what I'm complaining about.
That is, I mean, honestly, that's a reasonable complaint. But
Strohs with aces again. Didn't work out before. I actually think it's the same aces but different suits. Pretty sure he had ace 7-4 last time, just with different suits.
I'm liking their chances against the group of hands that are in the spot better than last time.
I don't know. I like Dwayne's hand.
Yeah, well, there it is.
Good card to turn out.
7-6 versus 7-4.
100. I'm sorry, check 9. 100.
Stroh's gonna bet his 2 pair. Does have the nut flush blocker, so he can go bananas if he wants to. That's a spicy card. Catman now turns a flush draw plus open-ended. Ghost Rose has the same flush draw. Dwayne now has 3 pair.
Expose it. That's why I keep it up.
Dealer didn't expose the dealer.
Yeah, not the dealer, me.
Tim, usually a stickler for not exposing cards, does so on accident.
Like, I accidentally exposed it. That's why.
400.
Please, players, do not quote-unquote accidentally expose cards. It's better for everyone. Catman using his blocker, just gonna bet this river.
How do you guys vote? How? By one exposed card.
Saying, how do you guys fold to me?
Levi might snap it.
You planned that well, Tim.
Button right.
Thank you. I was just like, how come Tim doesn't have a new card?
Where do you want me to sit? Anywhere.
Yeah, 1, 3, and 6. 1, 3, and 6. Jambros.
There's the man of the hour, Jambros, joining us.
Jambros.
There he is. Must have caught some extra traffic on the way down.
He was
Happy to see him coming in.
like, don't sit on my left, don't sit on my left, don't sit on my left.
See if what Jambros is coming in for.
Sometimes he gets in a mood, so maybe a normal day for him could be feeling large and in charge. We don't know.
As do we all. Some days you're just in the mood to gamble. And this is the perfect game for it. No one with a 9. Everyone hates this flop. Naked Queens, the best hand.
Probably better for the game on that side anyway.
Catman has that situation I was mentioning last week where he really wanted the 9 of hearts. He just didn't want the 9 of spades coming behind it.
Betting a call.
Check.
Still doesn't have the best hand. 9's a great card for Strohs.
I'm pretty sure I folded the winner. I had 9-7. You think that's good?
9-7 was, in fact, the best hand on this run out.
I also had a 3 and a queen.
Big pairs holding up a little better for Ghost Rose.
The lawyer is here.
3. Queen out of 3.
Oh, we have 2 new players. One returning stream player and one player new to the stream.
I actually had a decent
Us Ambrose, it was
10.
Welcome.
Welcome. Always good to see new people on the stream.
Are we actually missing a chair? 1, 2, 3.
We need a chair right there in 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're missing a chair. They're actually unless there's another one hiding.
I'm sure we can find one from somewhere.
It's squared. This is a well, technically this is a 10-handed poker table that we see nine-handed.
Yes, I can tell you from experience that these tables are plenty big to fit a 10th person in if we had to.
I think the stream may be the table size itself is 10-handed, but the stream table itself is set up only for 9-handed with the scanners.
Correct, yeah. Only 9 stars.
75, seat 8. Fold 9. Fold 2.
Yeah, earlier Ambrose was like, yeah, I can come in and go get lunch with you for the stream.
Fold 4.
Catman raising it up. Ghost Rose out of there. Pick me defending his straddle.
It was traffic.
Most of y'all will know the $15 straddle will be on the entire evening. Pick me gets picked. It's about as good as it gets without flopping a full house.
Yep, Trip Jacks with an ace kicker.
Catman bets gets called. Catman gonna keep bluffing? He is.
320.
You gotta love it. The 0 equity bluff.
You know, if you ain't rebuying, you ain't trying.
See if Catman will give up. This card may get it through. No, Catman just gives up.
Yeah, once you get called on the turn there.
Especially on that river, he's gonna have a lot of jacks plus flush draws, and then he's gonna have some full houses. So I think it's a pretty good spot to give up.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so unusual.
I said I'd be down to try. I haven't eaten actually. I'm starving. We can do lunch now.
Ambrose, you want me to just call Ambrose?
Welcome to the game.
Jambros.
He is Jambros today. I think he's only put his name as Bros once. And
Once or twice, then he'll do Jambros, and then or Please Jam, depending on if Please
please
Fold,
fold
is
is
here.
here. Yeah.
Levi saying, I guess he got stood up for lunch, but we can all eat together now. We can break bread and have chips.
Are we full Sims? Is this it? No, are we going 9? Are we getting 9-handed? Yeah.
It's by a 6, that's all I know.
1, 3.
Do I need to move this way? Am I good right here?
You're good right there.
Got a $30 saddle and seat 8.
Even if he didn't,
Playing it would be a sauce for sure.
I don't think
I saw him
sus.
I saw him limp fold ace king king.
Yeah, but I'm also not folding aces. That's huge.
When
Ambrose
SK
is starting at 2,000.
out of turn jams and starts dancing.
Well, he's also done that with it. He also did that against me when all I had was a 10 times plus.
This is super.
There was nothing weird.
Dwayne with jacks, just calling the $30 straddle. Snake gonna get in there a little bit. See if he bumps it up.
Feels like a hand that's good enough.
Let's bump it up. Catman calls. Dwayne calls. Nice Catman board. Snake doesn't like this board one bit. The Queen of Clubs would really be the only turn card.
Definitely has some back doors there.
Catman bets. Dwayne blocking the set, just putting it in. Catman's gonna call. Catman a favorite with the worst hand right now.
PLO can be funny that way.
They're gonna run it twice.
I'm not folding my 9-7 anymore tonight.
Not folding my 9-7 anymore, someone has declared. That's a bad card for Catman. That's all Dwayne. That's Catman.
Alright, I've got
Chop it up.
Jackson threes on the top.
Bailed out everything.
4, 8, 6.
Chop it up.
No, chop it up on the string.
Dwayne looks like he wanted that one to himself.
4, 9, 6. 2 straights.
Could have been greedy. Could have ran it once as the equity underdog and scooped that one. That 3 clubs would have been a spicy card because Snake had the ace high, would have picked up ace high clubs.
Yeah, absolutely. If he sees that turn,
He's in there too.
and he would have won on the top board on the river, right?
Yeah, with the ace
yeah.
king would have been the best hand.
1,500 seat one.
Pick me the big winner so far.
Deal him in seat 1.
We have Dr. Lawyer joining us in seat 1. Jambros in seat 3.
Come back to all English.
There goes your own hot dog.
Don't know who
The bangs are killing
is
us.
throwing the party based on these numbers. For pick me to be up 1.4. Someone's got to be throwing the party. 'Cause these numbers don't add up to
Yeah, it might be a
just
the stack size area. When we pan back to him, we'll see if he actually has 2.5 in the stack there.
I need one more.
Sorry.
I know. Ghost Rose might be down the most
I know he
just because he lost that ace's hand. So
and then he picked it right back up in the Queen 7 hand.
you're right, he did. You're right, he did.
So I think that number is pretty close. Dr. Lawyer with kings. Raising it up. Levi's in there.
You are an attorney.
He has a doctor.
Another variation of Shanice's favorite PLO hand.
It was a long time to get the credentials.
Right in there. That and AK-47. Those are my 2 favorites.
AK-47. Snake with aces. He's definitely gonna pump this up.
Hello.
The max. Catman not there. Would have called. Dwayne's in there with almost the ace 974. Oh, the bootlegged AK-40.
So close. So close. He
Doc-
got 3 out of the 4.
Dr. Lawyer's in there. Levi's, of course, gonna complete.
Yeah, you can't fold now, and I actually like his hand the best.
I do
There are
too.
some 9s and 6s in other hands, though.
9 in the window. Everyone hates this flop. Catman would have flopped top set, but he's away from the table.
Always working so hard, unfortunately.
Snake hates it. Dwayne hates it. Dr. Lawyer hates it. He is double blocking the nuts, so he may bet this. Oh, he does.
Yeah, he goes for it.
I like this. Double blocking the nuts. Just hope no one has king queen. Or if Catman had a set of jacks, then. Welcome to the game, sir. Getting a nice semi bluff through.
That'll boost your confidence coming into a new table.
Always need some practice stacking chips, so it's good to get that practice in early.
Yeah, absolutely. Something you want to be doing early and often, having to stack chips.
Sometimes I knock my own chips over to give myself a reminder of how it feels to win a pot.
When it's been a while.
Yeah, when it's, yeah.
What's your chip setup like architecture? Are you like the tall stack kind of guy, or just like you keep the even 100 stacks? all
even
neat?
hundreds, because I can't do the tall stack because then I actually knock my chips over.
Fair enough.
I don't know how people do it. That like stack them way up high and don't knock their chips over, because the minute it passes like the 2-tier part, I've knocked something over.
Yeah, that's my height limit. I like height. It definitely makes me feel like I have a lot when I've got some height working off the table, but 220 stacks is all I can handle.
And for those of y'all that like doing the weird sculptures and stuff, stop.
I like the pyramids. I like people that do like the half stack pyramids.
The half stack pyramids are cool. I'm talking about the people that build like dinosaurs. I think it's cool for like 30 seconds, but then when they're struggling to make a bet out of their dinosaur, was it worth it?
Now I wanna get creative just to put you on tilt.
Oh, it won't put me on tilt as a player, but as a dealer it will.
Okay.
Now, if you don't play a hand and you build it, that's cool. You're staying in your own lane.
I'll just fold over here. I just want to play with my chips.
I've just noticed because someone did that over here. They built something and then they had to cut out like a bet of 30 chips and it just all came tumbling down. I'm like, man, this could have ended so poorly. Top 2 for Dr. Lawyer, who's going to continue the hot streak. No one has diamonds. Catman's got a nut shot. Oh, Pygmy's in there with a set of queens. Never mind.
There's the real hand.
Bad spot to have. Oh, Dr. Lawyer's out of there.
Not gonna try to get cute.
It also looks like Bros is in the hand, I think. So we have Bros in there, Jambros in there with a mystery hand.
Catching up a little bit here. Looks like Pick Me raised to 500.
Yeah. And just picks it up. It's hard to imagine Bros having anything that was good other than a flush draw, with the top 2 pair and top set being dealt out amongst the cards.
I have an $80 balance flaw. I fucking gotta get it. Doug Popo show up to my house, sir.
Now he's gonna do a YouTube video. What the hell? Unclaimed balance. Levi. Breaking news. Breaking news. Is that yours? Never mind.
They didn't want those cards. Let us know in the chat if you are interested in playing our 136 live stream. You can also check out Poker Atlas. You can see the list, and if you're going to be in the area, go ahead and hop on that 136 PLO list. These guys do typically play for quite a while after the live stream, so even if you're not going to be able to be by until later after we're done live, there will be plenty of action all night. The PLO games have been fantastic, and we want to thank these guys for setting the stage, showing off how fantastic the games in Houston can be. Pick Me with a handful of hearts. Catman with the best hearts, and Dwayne, rainbow aces here, but is going to raise that up. Let's see which of these players choose to battle with him. It's looking like a bunch of folds right now. Catman may take a stand. Does also have the suited 10-7 of clubs. And I see the chips flicking in, so we're going to see a flop here. I believe the players are all in. They are going twice. Players doing what I prefer to do as well. I do like one flop. I don't like to see so many cards to give 2 boards. Dwayne out-flopped by Catman here.
Catman doing Catman things.
Yep, he hits the 7-3. This is his neighborhood on the flop. Let's see if he can catch up on these turns. It's going to be tough.
That's Catman. straight.
Gonna really be looking for an ace here for Dwayne, and that's about it.
An 8. Nope. Ace.
7-3 full house.
Catman does it again.
Catman. The middle connected cards in his hand, taking down the big pair.
Ace is not doing so well so far on the stream.
No. I think they're 1 for 3, am I right?
I don't even think they're that.
I think Spencer came back. Did he lose? Did he win that second hand?
No.
No, he lost that
He
one.
lost that one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I've seen 4 aces lose.
Wow, and we're only not even a full hour in. So
18 hands in, yeah, 4 aces lose.
the unlucky streak for the best starting hand on the stream continues. If you checked out our Poker Atlas Tour final table, it was a lot of the best hands not winning. A lot of players got eliminated, getting it in good.
Best hand could not win at that final table if it was all in pre-flop. It could win if it saw flop and then you got to play poker. But if it was up to the fates, best hand could not win.
Yeah, the dealers were saving them. Uh-oh, dealer backs down.
I broke one of those my first week here.
What were you doing?
Fell on the floor.
Fair enough.
Split open.
Typically pretty sturdy, but not unbreakable.
Thought it was. I didn't think it was gonna break, but I guess it impacted the floor at just the right angle. Either way, those things are still pretty strong.
Yeah, if you've ever hit your knee or elbow on the corner of a dealer box, it's playing or working.
Yeah, players do it all the time. It's next to the dealer. They elbow it.
It's not pleasant.
We got a bomb pot coming. That's a spicy top board. That's not a spicy bottom board. But the boards are different enough to where it's possible to have some, actually not a lot of overlap in them, which is what you want. See if anyone has a 9. Jambros with aces. All right, so this is where aces become good.
Aces with a 9.
Yeah, aces with a 9.
Probably gonna scoop this.
It's gonna be hard not to. Well, Ghost Rose has 2 pair and then a flush draw or queen high flush draw on one board. Does not want to see the case ace. That's a bad card for the top board. That's a great card for Jambros as he now picks up nut hearts. So he's free rolling. Yeah.
I was just about to say, let's see how he handles this turn.
He's just gonna bet it, and yeah, and Ghost Rose can't. He cannot win the board with the 2 9s on it.
May or may not have the best hand still on the turn, but not worth the risk.
I mean, you're holding on to one board, so.
Yep, definitely need some interaction on both. Or the stone nuts on one. I was definitely curious. I was thinking about during the series playing the double board PLO. It wasn't quite bomb pot. We still had pre-flop PLO action, but
I think it's cooler as a double board PLO thing because then you get to selectively play your hands. But I think a bomb pot one would have been more fun. And
right.
Just simply because everyone gets to see it. You don't have to try and because it feels bad to be like, man, I raised with this really pretty hand, missed both boards, or I was forced to play this hand and I missed both boards. That's fine.
Right, for sure. Definitely would have maybe gotten more re-entries if that was the goal.
A lot of players thought it was a bomb pot tournament, but it was not.
Right. I kind of assumed looking at it just because that's where my Houston brain automatically went.
Yeah, I did as well. Catman just calling the 30. For those of y'all that have joined us that don't know, This is a 1-3-6 mandatory 15 optional 30 game, and we have the optional 30 on this hand. As Dwayne raises the Ace Jack Jack 5 single suit, and Dr. Lawyer 3-betting the King Queen 9-8. Don't mind this at all. These players are going to see a flop, and Catman is going to see a flop too.
You know, because why not?
Pretty good flop for the King Queen 9-8 double suited. Imagine the full amount will be wagered here. Something. Oh, a lot smaller bet than I thought. See what Dwayne wants to do. Dr. Lore is actually drawing incredibly thin despite the pure raw equity he has from his hand in the board standpoint.
Yeah, a lot of the cards that would make his hand folded or otherwise removed, so
Not a great board for Dwayne. Just gonna put it in the muck.
yeah, still a tough spot. Would
Yeah.
really need, you know, a backdoor club, something. He did have bottom pair. Trips could have helped, but even still, 10s, 9s, you're losing, so
A lot of turn cards that don't help you. In fact, the best turn card in the deck would be a red jack, and that actually gives Dr. Lawyer the nut straight. So often when the card you want isn't going to give you the nuts, you can start leaning towards fold.
right.
Because if it gives you the nuts, you have some sort of big redraw, that's probably fine. Gives you the nuts, you have no redraw, you should probably start leaning towards fold.
Right. You have to pray to hit and also pray to hold. It's not a good spot to be in. Prayer only does so much.
Did you win all those hands with your phone there?
This all makes sense now.
It looks like the way the players are configured right now, they're just playing eight-handed. But I imagine we'll get a ninth person at some point in time. Snake hasn't ever seen a big pair he doesn't like in PLO. And I don't blame him. It's looking pretty good. Just limps. Dwayne's going to bump it up after Catman bumps it up.
Oh, it's not, man. Get in here. Get in here. You're not in Vegas? Oh, my.
I wonder if Snake is going to re-raise, and there it is. The Snake special. He loves doing this.
Yeah, he is not backing down. If you're gonna play,
You're going to pay. Catman piling it in.
Catman never scared.
Dwayne piling it in. Catman's in really bad shape. Snake's hand versus these hands that have been dealt out is really good. But
Yeah, the triple suited makes it really tough. Although King Queen 9, not terrible cards to have. It's that 5 of hearts though. That's the one that's the weak link.
the usual suspect pointing out that SOP event number 24 is a $1,500 PLO double board bomb pot event.
That is awesome. So is that one all bomb pots this year? Because last year I think it was once an orbit, or they did an orbit of each, or
I don't know.
it was mixed in with Hold'em. It wasn't only double board bomb pots.
'Cause, yeah, they had a Hold'em event with one bomb pot, like our Hold'em games here,
Right.
which I honestly think is a cool idea for a tournament.
I think actually I checked a little bit of that live stream out. We did have a couple players from Houston that just missed the live stream final table, but they were doing it like a reverse button, I believe. So
One flop, 2 runouts. This is a great flop for kings versus the other players' respective hands. They're gonna run it twice.
I was on a bad crocodile.
Dwayne,
Banana, big old banana.
Flush.
backdoor
That's
heart
Catman.
for
Oh wait, no, it's
Snake.
hearts for snake. Hearts for snake. All right, big old banana.
Without that, that's been 10. We can just take turns flicking 10 until.
Big old banana. It looks like Snake is gonna scoop it. Scoop a nice $8,200.
I had 9.
See, that's a fun one. All bomb pots. Would you enter a $1,500?
I absolutely would. Yeah.
That'd be a cool bracelet to win. Would you win this year? I won the bomb pot bracelet event.
I mean, nobody's gonna mess with you. Like if you could fight through a field of bomb pot players and all of that variance, nobody's gonna want to mess with you.
Snake scooping a nice one here. $8,300.
It's nice to get fully paid off for your aggression every once in a while.
The cards kind of lined up perfectly for him, where he got the money in versus two severely inferior hands. It's unusual in these games to have that much equity when three players get all the money in.
Yeah, absolutely. And even going twice and not to have to chop against two people.
Catman gonna reload. Dwayne gonna reload.
That's what I was thinking.
Snake now clearing the 4K in the green.
With that pot, yeah. As y'all know, all these numbers can change very quickly, just like that hand. Could have gone the other direction.
Definitely a strong start.
Pick Me got a nice little hand, gonna limp in with.
And if you got a black one, you're sitting there with like a rare one.
Yeah, I like that hand too. Ace 10, 8-4 double suited.
Nice high-low hand. Can make a low. Catman gonna bump it up with kings, see if he can win a pot with those. Levi's in there. Ghost Rose is in there. Pick Me's in there. We got some close equities. These hands can
I like
collide.
Ghost hand here. Sometimes it can be tempting to just to avoid certain hands like that. Only a 10 high suit. But I think when you have 3 Broadway cards, Queen Jack 10 in a run, a lot of times it's still good enough to play. So
Catman blocking top set. Gonna bet. Ghost Rose gonna come along for one street. Drawn real thin here with Catman holding the 2 kings. Looking for a jack. That's not the card he wanted to hit. He may think it helped him a little bit. And that's a terrible run out.
River G at ace 4. Diamonds. 10, 8 of spades.
You can't say you rivered someone when you fold.
he would have.
He would have, but you folded.
Turn the spades around. So I'm never folding. Still playing jackpot.
Jambros and Snake discussing Mezza's menu.
I could go for a steak sandwich today. That actually sounds really good.
Yeah, their tenderloin sandwich is pretty solid. The sauce is nice and it has a little zing to it.
I may be sold.
Surprise Snake folded that hand. Catman with a beautiful. I love these hands. These Broadway suited big Broadway hands.
The Jack of Clubs would be the ideal
Window.
Yep.
Dwayne in there with an 8 high double suited hand. It looks like clubs are probably not coming. There's a lot of clubs missing.
Nope, Jack of Clubs folded in Pick Me's hand.
Yeah. Pick Me had 3 clubs in that hand, so yeah, clubs not coming. Dr. Laura just flops it and has a small redraw. Catman betting the nut shot.
Yeah, Dr. Lawyer flops a straight, backdoor spades and diamonds with the jack to potentially make a 10 jack high straight.
Big flop. Just calls. Gonna play some turns. No waiting pairs the board. Catman gonna bluff at it some more. No jacks left in the deck.
Now, because he's done this on this paired board, if he continues to try to tell the story on the river, it could work.
I think one more bet might work, especially on a board river like this. Catman checks. Dr. Lawyer, see if he wants to go for some value.
It's a little tough, given
Goes for a little bit of value. If Catman shoves it here, that would be kind of disgusting. Looks like he got looked up, though. The price was just right.
yeah, just flat calls. Maybe if there was a busted flush draw with a 7x something, that would have maybe bluffed that river.
2 tens with the king, or like Jack 10 with the king makes sense.
Okay. And then if you hit second on the first spot,
Catman and Dwayne now throwing the party. Ghost throws down a little bit after having the rough start.
Welcome to the chat, our son Antonio. Thanks for checking us out. Thank you to everybody out there watching. Just over an hour into the stream, it feels like we've already had some pretty good action so far.
As always, this game doesn't disappoint.
I'm like sweating that I'm gonna hit it on the first.
Now we're waiting for the patented blind bets that Catman tries to get the table to do.
Yeah,
Kings?
now that we're a little warmed up, I'm sure they'll start soon.
So that, as y'all know, chat, this game only allows the $30 straddle. Everything after would have to be a blind bet. No more additional straddles after the 30. It's not like our Hold'em games, which have unlimited uncapped straddles. They're trying to control the action here, which it doesn't really do.
I mean, if we let these guys straddle around the table, I think we would just
They-
we'd be watching Omaha Sweats for 3 hours.
That wouldn't be bad, honestly. I think it's only bad because we wouldn't get to sweat it because of the scanners. That's why I think Omaha Sweats would suck on stream.
Yeah.
Because you can't watch along with the viewers. You and the viewers are just screwed. Everyone at the table doesn't know.
I think you'd have to like deal the hands and then like sweat the board. You know, like put the board out one by one or something like that.
Catman 8 high in there, 50% equity. Love it.
Jambros, 925.
Let's see what they're going to do. They've been flopped twice the last couple times. See if they keep that up.
Wow, Catman trying to go from worst to first here. Does have, I mean, I say worst. He has 8 high, but
The most equity.
yeah.
That's a pretty good flop for his hand.
That's
His
him.
2 pairs. The Catman special.
Dwayne is open-ended.
They're all laughing.
Dwayne has some hope, though. He is open-ended.
Yeah.
There is no heart draw in anyone's hand.
I had 2 pair with a gut shot.
Yeah.
2 pair, I know.
I folded 2 sevens. You need a 7.
No, I don't need 7. I had 2 pair with gut shot. You got hearts? I had a lot of hearts.
Hearts would be nasty.
3 pair now.
That's a straight for Dwayne.
2 pair.
That's still a straight for Dwayne. That's good enough for his half.
Oh, 5 6.
That's great for Catman.
2 pair, 2 pair.
And another
It's
straight,
Dwayne
for Dwayne.
gets his entirety of that pot, but Catman scoops Jambros in the main. Catman gets a little bit of a rebate there. Dwayne gets a nice $3,000 chunk of change. The
Yeah.
full triple up.
A very nice recovery after losing that hand earlier to Catman. So gets a little bit of revenge.
Suited yaks.
Yep, the old double suited yaks. They gambling.
They are gambling, but there have been some pretty strong hands. It's just been a lot of suited broadways, a lot of big pairs.
I'm not saying they shouldn't be gambling. I'm just saying they're definitely gambling.
Yeah, we are. We are. You got to do what you got to do.
And I think if you're not gambling in PLO, you're probably doing something wrong because you need to gamble at some point in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you ever really have very much more than like 50% equity, it's a win.
Did he scoop that? Yeah, he did. Straight. Straight. 7-5. I like it.
7-5.
Jack would work through it.
Yeah, Jack. How much are we loading for him, bro?
Down.
1,000 more.
Uh,
You know, to see-
Players talking about the last hand as the dust settles here. I have no doubt that they will be right back into it. Especially the players that are falling behind the 8-ball here. Catman, almost 4 in the hole. Jambros, I don't believe will be afraid to gamble.
Technically, we don't need him to do it.
I know, but he's like one thing in and shit. Like he's one thing is like he can't take one hand off and play whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah, let's see this.
Looks like we're gonna have another 4-way pot, 75 a pop.
These hands not as nice and cute as some of the other ones we've seen.
I don't
but-
know if Pick Me has a 10 or an 8. I can't have the 8 of hearts. So the 10 of hearts or the Queen of hearts. I like Pick Me's hand with those.
Yeah, that's
Jack
nice.
of hearts is pretty good too.
Oh, there we go.
That's a good one. I like his hand. I like Ghost Rose hand now the most, obviously, flopping the nuts plus the king high flush draw.
I've been good. Same old.
To see if he can get any action. Don't think so. That's
I haven't been
a bad turn.
how long I want to go.
That's gonna slow him down a little bit.
Pick Me gonna bet out.
The most likely end of middle or end of June.
Catman in there.
Are you gonna go at all? Yeah.
Does not want a jack. Ghost Rose definitely in there. Gonna play a little cautious.
Wow.
And what a run out for Pick Me. See if Catman wants to bluff at this. It'd be very hard for Pick Me to call, but
Yeah, I think the 8s are just potentially enough showdown.
too much
value that
showdown.
we
I
don't need
I
to
agree.
bluff.
Yeah. I agree.
I was blocking it.
Spencer lamenting the best hand on the flop, quickly turning sour on him.
Welcome to PLO, where the best hand on the flop is very hardly going to be the best hand by the river.
Especially when it's a straight.
Yeah. Well, when it's a low straight, yeah. The low straights are just so tough to have hold on.
Yeah, sours on the vine.
I'm in Austin right now.
You a doctor or a lawyer?
Rebel Poker, we've been waiting for you.
He's a lawyer.
Glad to see you in the chat, Rebel Poker.
Because he's a lawyer with a doctorate, right?
Thanks for joining us tonight.
I got you. That makes sense. Okay.
Don't go to him with medical.
Man, King's getting passed around like candy.
Yeah, a lot. And with did that one have an ace blocker as well?
Yep.
Like you're
With
really
the ace
happy about
blockers,
those
yeah.
kings.
Really could.
$30 straddle.
Someone's gonna bump this up here. Was that a
Catman's
secret?
gonna bump it up. So
That was
Levi's
King's
in
in
the
the
30.
straddle.
No, Levi's the 30 with the Kings.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a collision
Yep.
with Catman raising it up. Oh, Levi. Oh, Levi wasn't in the straddle. His hand was. He was not on the table.
Oh no.
Jambros gonna battle with Catman though. I like his hand a lot.
Yeah, I think that's the him and Snake.
Snake just gets out of there. Catman, because he
He
knows
knows.
he knows Catman's gonna do this.
He can feel it coming.
2 full boards?
Two full boards.
Two full boards it is. Basically a flip. This is the classic Ace King versus Queens in Hold'em.
I mean, yeah.
Catman has Queens, Jambros has Ace King. That's all Catman with a pair of deuces. That's all Catman. All Catman on that board.
I have 2 pair too.
Jambros though doesn't waste an 8 or 7 or anything that could help him make a straight. So
He does waste a 6. But that's flop the nuts, so okay. Catman can't
Nuts.
chop
he
out.
could chop, yeah.
No, he could scoop 10 or 7. No 10s left, but a 7. Alright. Alright, they'll chop it up. A little anticlimactic. Catman was free rolling with a 7.
2 pair, aces and 10s.
Yeah, I had a feeling that that second board was gonna hit Ambrose.
Ambrose, I want to thank you for re-raising, make me fold. I had queens, one suit. With hearts.
Rebels quitting poker until next week. Me too. Me too. I'll be quitting poker until the 1st of next week. The 1st of the month.
It wasn't connected.
That's when I'm quitting poker until the 1st of the month. Then I'll
One
be,
does not simply quit poker.
just take breaks.
Yeah, exactly. You never fully quit.
So there's 1 tooth, and we take turns picking, and one of them.
I imagine we're going to see a lot more all-in pre-flops coming up.
This is snakes.
Catman, Jambros, definitely not afraid to get it in there. Actually, no one at this table really is.
These
What
guys are here for the game. They're here for the action.
What is the little purple thing you are referring to, Rebel? Is there something purple on the table? Am I colorblind?
I'm not seeing anything.
I wonder if someone has a chip protector. Jambros gonna limp in there. $30 straddle going to be on probably the rest of the stream. Oh, beautiful aces for Pick Me, and what a time. Gonna bump it up a little bit, makes it 100.
Snake was gonna snap call the 30, but
Still gonna snap call. And we knew this.
This bad hand so bad. I might still play.
Catman's
doing Catman things.
Yeah, he's on a rampage.
And this is exactly what Pick Me wanted to happen.
Fold from 2, fold from 3.
I might lose 10 bucks.
Action open back to him, and there it is.
It's like Vegas, man.
There you go. That's one way to
Snake does Snake want to gamble? Snake does not. Catman's already in there. They will be flopping it and running it twice after the flop. So Catman needs a big flop for this.
Pick Me wants big. Catman wants little.
It's 1225.
I do not know.
Flop twice. Flop twice.
First time, the first night I got
We don't see that icon, Rebel.
laying in bed.
So I'll try and find that out for you. That's
You're
a great.
probably our number one commenter. So
That's a great flop for Pick Me. Terrible flop for Catman. They will be running it twice.
Catman looking for a 10 or a heart.
That's no way. No way to get to 10. That top board's Catman.
It's always nice to win the first one.
The hand is canceled.
The hand is canceled.
The hand is misfield.
Catman looking for a 10 and a 10 alone to scoop it. Close, but not good enough. They will chop this up.
I don't mind you winning.
They both win $100 bucks.
I'm old and I have a bad heart. Did you get there?
With the 9 high heart.
No. On the buttons.
It's a very good hand, Snake. Very good hand.
What did one jack out there?
Tim's in a special short boat mode tonight. He's riding the short boat today.
shocking to have 2 cards as high as Jack 9. I thought it was good.
Just my part to custom. I don't care.
Live 30 from seat
I got 4
number 3.
cards.
Catman.
Send me home.
Letting him know he is not afraid to go to the streets with 4 cards in his hand.
Rebel, I know.
Send you in the
I imagine you're subscribed to the stream, so it probably has something to do with you being one of the top subscribers, if not the #1 subscriber for this channel.
Alright, Tim, next
Or
time
tier.
roll.
It also might be a tier 1 subscriber if there are multiple tiers for the
Get some fucking
subscription.
One of those.
I'm flip-flop. We need some blood on the stream.
Yeah, Chuck, it's not fun.
Ready to play. Fold from seat number
Oh,
4.
now you're complaining?
No, I don't mind losing at all. It's just, no damage has been done.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We need to get some blood.
Don't need some damage.
I would have been the one bloody there in the 10 count. That would have hurt.
I'm not quite sure what YouTube's stuff is.
I had to make 3 pair for him to
Fold from 1. Fold from 2.
A couple M's for 30.
Quarter of the flop.
Jambros just gonna check it.
Second close.
Was it not there last week, Rebel?
Check from 8.
Nut hearts for Dwayne.
130. Oh, seat number 2.
Dr. Laura pots it with top 2 pair. Levi has a gut shot. Oh. And 2 pair. It looks like Dwayne will probably have called.
Oh, yeah.
So the heads up.
Yeah, Dwayne is called.
9 bet, or yeah, 9. Oh, 9.
No waiting hearts on the turn. Gonna check.
Check from 9. Check from 2.
And domination re-rotation. Levi making a full house. See if he can get some value.
From seat number 2.
Later, yeah.
Gonna bet the max. Gonna try and get the most from Dwayne's flush. Oh no, called 200. It's gonna be hard to fold this. Dwayne reluctantly flicks in the call. He's showing the bad news.
Got a call.
Thanks for lunch, neighbor. What did you get? You got beef?
Wait, did the girl leave? I didn't pay. Where'd she go?
She said you could leave it with me.
Did you call for service?
You're like talking so fast.
Huh. Rebel, I'm not quite sure.
But Levi's full of shit.
Why? This is me talking quickly.
You're like, all right, we're gonna do this game. What did you go for in the early round?
Already called for it twice.
It probably just has to do with activity in the chat as a subscriber.
It's like, I promise you, Levi,
We know you're very active in our live streams, and we appreciate that.
No, sir.
Joey is as well. David's always in there. The usual suspect always in there. We appreciate everyone who's joining us for this live stream here. Always a fun time here at Texas Card House Houston. Some of y'all have been with us since the Hold'em days, and now we've moved on to PLO. Aces for Levi, gonna bump it up.
One time, Tim. One time. One time. All
They're
in
going
all.
to run it once. We have the Jack 8-7-5 versus Ace 9-5.
Everything even.
Here, you and Levi.
My 5?
Snake.
They're going to run it once. Levi a 3-1 favorite versus Catman's exact hand.
One time, one time, one time.
One time now.
They want blood.
Oh, fuck. Ooh,
No,
flush draw.
Levi with hearts.
Deuce. Shit.
What do I have?
Deuce.
Yeah, pair of
Deuce.
eights, for sure.
Fuck!
That's Catman. Catman does it again.
I hate playing off these again. I don't know what the other hand is like. It wasn't just you, it happened to me too. You see my aces, I have pretty aces too.
Yeah, I double suited.
Ace, king, king, on the button. Only one suited still.
I wonder if the number is just in reference to who most recently types.
I think many people feel the same way the first time we do. If I'm playing normal,
I don't know. I'm gonna quit guessing.
you know what? I got both.
1,500 behind seat number 2.
Come on, Nader, stop being a nit.
1,500.
Well, your job doesn't pay you well enough to gamble? Or
Seat number 2, man.
Oh, man.
Thanks so much.
Jack 875.
I got student loans.
I got student.
Get a big blind, small blind.
You guys feel
That's all that matters. Usual suspect. That's all that matters.
Did you go to UT?
Seat 2 has 1,500 behind.
You say hold. If you're a law school, they can. If you're a doctor, you know.
I imagine there will be plenty more blood.
So what's your student loan? You're negative half mil?
That's a lot.
Aces are flying around. Dwayne's gonna bump it up. He's gonna run into it. Snake's got aces. We know what he did last time with kings. He's gonna do it again this time with aces.
Fall from 1.
So your student loan
Levi out of there.
200, 250.
Pick me is in there.
If I stacked everyone on this table, it's not enough.
Yeah, no fucking shit. This is like,
It's
this
a
is
lot.
like, what, only 10K, dude.
No, it's six figures for sure. It's six figures.
Snake's gonna bump it up. Does not actually, just calls.
Yeah, are you trying to play? I mean, we try to tell the player that stay at least.
Streaming?
Yes.
Oh. Well, stay at least how long?
Like till the stream ends, if possible.
And I got 200.
Would you say like
Like-
an hour maybe?
No, probably not. I mean, at least
2
like,
hours?
yeah, 2
What
hours.
if I play 2 hours? Is that right?
Yeah, it's
Alright, I'm playing 2 hours.
I'm gonna bet in a call. I'm curious to see what Pick me's other card is for calling. Interesting turn. Gut shot for Dwayne.
it takes 6. The gentleman gonna square it up a little bit after the end.
We have a new player coming in. Familiar face from the sound of the voice. Just gonna check through on this. Big old deuce of bananas. I believe. Pick me just gonna blast it. See if Snake just lets it go. See if Dwayne wants to call. Very wet and connected board. No flush draw, but flush draw's missed. Pick me to win this would have to have a 6, a 9, or I guess an 8. King could do it too. 6, 9, 8 or king for the mystery card. I imagine a 5 too, but I don't think a. This feels like a king, a 9, or a 6. Dwayne, looking like he wants to look this up. Doing low inventory. Not a believer. Says he turned it. We don't have proof. Can't even go back to see that one on the in the replay.
No way he's fucking cold.
Never trust poker players.
Yeah. On the turn. The top
Never trust them.
make a crank.
You can't. Rebel, there. I don't think there is one right now. The last one we had Man, it might have had another role, but TCH Live was part of his thing. So I think we're in the process of hiring a new person to fill that role. Don't know exactly what that role is called since they're not based out of Houston, they're based in Austin. I do know someone there is in charge
115?
of this.
Call from 4.
Jambros bumping it up, Stroh's in there,
Call from 7. Call
Snake's
from 8.
gonna be in there,
Call from 9.
Dwayne out of there, Dr. Lawyer out of Levi out.
Call from 2.
Yeah, can I buy 5 1 from you? I'm gonna tip that roll. Thank you. You gave me 6. Thank you.
No open-ended action, no one with clubs.
Check from 3. Check from 4.
Actually, Ghost Rose has a more than a little bit of open-ended. He has a small rep, not a big one.
Check from 7.
Looking for some help. That card is great for Snake. Snake turns trips. Good kicker.
200.
Ghost Rose just gonna lead this out.
Call from 7.
Snake not folding his ace after checking back the turn. Makes a full house. Imagine Snake not folding.
A little bit different.
I had to think about it. He said it. I went, oh.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Snake gonna bet for value. See what size he chooses.
From 7.
Just checks it.
We know.
Ace deuce is good. Picks up a nice pot. Had the best hand the whole way. Got a little bit of shared blood at the bottom. Catman, the biggest loser so far. Snake's still the big winner. Up 4 and change. Pick me up almost 3. Dr. Laura up a little over 1. Everyone else losing. We all know these numbers can change very quickly. They likely will. The nature of PLO.
Call from 8. Try to make sure his cards don't stand.
I kind of like my favorite hand in PLO. 10-7. It's connected. Can connect well with the rest of your cards. Dwayne just mucking the 10-7.
4.
You can get your favorite hand a lot more too in PLO.
Call from 7. Heads up.
Even suited. Ghost Rose bumping it up. Pick me in there, Snake in there.
Holy miss.
Ghost Rose just gonna flop the best with the king.
All red cards. All the black. Couldn't miss me.
Hey guys, that's my time. Thank you for having me. See y'all down.
Picks up a little bit.
That's why he's away from the table.
I'll get one back into this thing.
Back in just in time to bomb.
You know who the other mafia people are? Nader doesn't like the rice because it's biggest percent.
Dealer change. Think we're gonna have another bomb pot for y'all.
Well, he says so. There's probably something. I think there is.
All their sauces.
It's gonna be like
You got all their sauces.
Not a whole lot of blood in the bomb pot so far. Trying to recruit a 9th player for the stream. Hopefully we can have someone fill that suit for you soon.
Are you gonna let the lady?
Let her play, man.
Let her play.
What lady coming in?
I don't know.
Karen.
Oh, the blonde? Yeah, I remember her.
What's she hitting?
If she plays,
She hitting?
I know she always hits and runs, but
Oh.
tell her she can't hit.
This is why I told her.
Two-hour minimum or go broke. That's your choice. I mean, if you go broke, you can leave, obviously.
2 boards.
Yeah. I've never exercised.
That's a spicy top board.
But you know what I mean? That should be a like a
Interesting bottom board. Not the greatest. See if anyone hits that. Ghost Rose hits the bottom board pretty hard, but nothing on the top. Looks like Catman's coming out betting pot. See if we can get some of the other cards picked up. Catman with a set on one board and nothing on the other board. King high flush draw for Dwayne. Just puts it in the muck. Not a lot for anyone else.
diamonds and the drag king of clubs. I don't think you would ever call it.
Catman, I mean, that's a pretty big victory having nothing on the other board. Free two or 180, no, 80, 175, free 175.
Right from the box.
I got you.
Player checking out the live stream. Always welcoming new faces to the stream.
There's tournament this spring. It is like Friday thing every. Can I restart?
You can raise.
Blind raises allowed. $30 straddle the most. Dr. Lawyer gonna bump it up. Levi out of there.
Play the champions 400 on Saturday.
Ghost Rose out of there. Snake's out of there. Catman's somehow out of there. You're gonna go heads up. Oh, nope. Dwayne's gonna come along. Three ways we go. King high clubs for Dwayne, set for Dr. Lawyer. I imagine some chips are going to be put in. We do have gut shot to Jambros, gut shot, and a pair of threes and some dreams. Dwayne's in there. Dr. Lawyer may pump this up. Not a lot of good turns. Six and lower, not even 5 and lower, yeah. 5 and lower, king or higher, those are the good turns.
The action check, I need to key. Oh, so that's how they key it in.
Well, the camera took default. They read parts, but not reading shit.
Right.
Jambros not mucked his hand yet. There it goes. See if Dwayne wants to gamble. All of it. All of it's the amount. They're gambling now. They're going to run it twice. Fair fight.
What are we doing?
Twice.
Too high.
If you think about it, you're pretty much always having
Top. Dwayne hits it. Club. Top board going to Dwayne. Chop it up.
Call one time.
Chopping up a little bit of money. Winning a little bit.
Folks in the chat have been competing for that top spot. Players at this table competing for the same.
I kind of want to see the VPIP, see if they're competing for that.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have them holler back and have them roll that for us.
Back Chode giving a nice shout out to Rafe. Good dude. Yes, he is. Great dude. Great dealer, great dude.
One
Love
of
it.
the best, yeah. Always just like positive, smiling.
You're never really in a bad mood.
Come.
DJ.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't mind, move the back.
Levi with some weird sevens limping in.
Triple suited, but still drawn to the nuts.
Unless you're going to check back 3 raise 150. 4 fold.
Jambros trying to ISO Levi. He loves trying to
One opportunity to add on right now.
to ISO Levi.
Just take the side action.
Does he think it's gonna work with Catman at the table? Maybe, maybe not.
VJ stream regular taking that seat there. Welcome to the game.
One opportunity to have.
Now we're 9-handed. Now we have max gamble.
I didn't want to see the flop.
Good to see him in the streets. The other night was playing a big one with some of our regulars. Boat over boat over boat. It
Ooh.
ended up being a 10K plus pot by the end of it.
Notably making a pretty reasonable run in the main event. VJ does dabble in a little bit of hold'em.
Yeah, definitely, when he gets a run and catches cards, he can be aggressive, so he can get himself paid off.
Kicker problems, but it plays. Trying to figure out what Jambros had. The 3-bets him and then
I'm adding on 1,000.
now Jambros is adding on.
Knows that he's going to need a little bit more ammunition to battle with these guys. We've seen him buy into our stream game for 100K before, so no doubt he came prepared.
You want me to start acting? Levi, you want me to start acting like Tony G? We're rating all the players.
The thing is that the vibes are too good that he doesn't really care. You gotta make him care a little bit.
Curious as to how much he's adding on. Jambros not afraid to put the money in the middle. We'll definitely add on.
I think he said just 1,000 for now, but if he doesn't catch a hand soon, we might see a bigger buy-in from him. One of the common threads in any gambling game really is just kind of figuring out when to press.
I agree. That's the problem.
Right. This side of the table is transferring money to that side of the table.
Barrels and C3 and field for myself, please.
Dwayne with a beautiful hand.
King, queen, jack, love it. Single
Mom,
suit.
dad, and the twins.
Mom, dad, and the twins. I've never heard. Well, I mean, I guess I don't hear a lot of nicknames for PLO hands.
I'm creating some.
Jambros 3-betting the king, queen, jack, 9. Dwayne and Jambros destined to battle unless Catman feels like getting in the mix. Catman might feel like getting in the mix. You never know.
Yeah. I bought in 1,000. If I had 800, I'd care. But I've no 1,000.
Catman.
Yeah.
Jambros and Dwayne kind of stepping on each other here. Might open the door for Catman.
Yeah. And then I think Catman raised. And then Dwayne is going to put it in.
Alright, I'll go on.
Oh yeah, this is just gonna go.
1845.
Alright, fuck it.
So again, Catman with the 9-6 high actually has the most equity against two hands that are in each other's way.
Does this all the typical Catman things.
And again, what we see on the screen here, it's not necessarily the raw equities of these
It's
hands.
the true equity after the cards have been taken out or been accounted for.
Correct. So, if you put this, if we were to study this spot, it might not exactly be 52%, but it does show you how card removal is very important. And if you can go low while they're going high, give yourself a good chance to win.
Just a $6,500 pot where someone's got 9 high. And the most equity.
69, never die.
Clubs, the only clubs live are for Catman. Dwayne with a monster straight draw. Jambros with the same straight draw. Jambros and Dwayne make. Oh wait, no, that's a flush though.
Yes, Dwayne
Catman.
and Jambros do make their straight, but
Catman makes a 9 high.
9 deuce is the nuts.
You're still alive.
It's a good turn card for Dwayne.
Aces and jacks.
It looks like they will be chopping up Jambros' money.
Is there a side pot?
Table can't help but chuckle a little bit.
You can't not chuckle when that happens.
I mean, I don't think any of the poker books tell you to play 9-6-5-3, but
9-6-5 deuce.
oh, excuse me. Yes, right, 9 deuce.
9-6.
9-6-5-3 is way better.
Yes.
This is absolutely premium 2700 pre-flop hand, sir.
You heard it from Catman himself. Absolutely premium.
I think I'm gonna read Catman's poker book. Clearly, the other ones are missing something.
It was on me. He bought it.
That'd be a good book.
I definitely think that is there an industry, a book from the industry perspective, like a dealer or somebody?
I have no clue. I haven't looked a whole lot into poker literature, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm more of a podcast and YouTube person myself.
No,
I feel like
maybe. I don't think so. I typically play
I feel like books have kind of disappeared, even though it used to be the best way to get information, knowledge about poker and everything. It just used to be a great way to do that. Now that you have vlogs, training sites, and everything, people just don't look for books anymore.
Yeah, it's tough. My attention span has definitely taken a hit from persistent use of iPhones and other devices, but I think I'm like an audio learner anyway, so I actually really like audiobooks.
I guess from my college days, I feel like I don't absorb as much when I read it, as opposed to watching it. Like you said, having someone tell it to you. Whereas when I'm reading it, I feel like it's a chore. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely makes you feel like you're literally doing your homework.
$1,000 over in that little round beach game.
Oh, that's good.
The interesting thing about poker these days, especially we see a lot of younger players coming in, 18-year-olds allowed here,
Oh yeah.
dipping their toes in the 1-2 water, some of them for their very first time playing in public.
Seen a whole lot of young players lately.
Yeah, we've got high school seniors coming to
I believe
learn the game.
I believe Jambros just raised blinds.
Sounds about right. Has a hand. King, king, queen, 8. King, queen of diamonds.
Dropping to the 3,000. So it was not 4,000.
VJ, Muckin, Jack High. Jambros, I feel like the players that raise blind have a higher success rate of waking up with big hands than players who look at their hands here.
Oh, I mean, and it's such a wonderful setup.
Oh, and we're gonna have a collision here. Snake and Jambros are gonna collide. Oh, Snake just calls. Catman may bump this up. It does look like calling chips, not.
Oh, is it?
Owen says 18-year-olds should not play poker. Why not?
My chip was in the air already. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know. If they
It's
can-
I'm not saying they should or shouldn't. I'm just curious as to what your argument towards it is.
I think that, of course there's dangers, right? We could all fall into bad habits or do things to excess, but I think the math skills, the confidence, the reasoning, the reading of people,
It's a
and
lot
the
like-
money management, it's all really great skills for a young person to have.
You make very excellent points with all of that. I mean, the money management is kind of a big thing. It can also go poorly. I mean, an 18-year-old can just dump everything, but it teaches you a lot of things that there are other games that wouldn't. And we often compare poker to chess. There are a ton of overlapping similarities between poker and chess.
How much is that?
Actually, I should have. If I won the last hand against Sean, I would probably have
Man, I'm just saying. We need more poker players.
Teach them young.
Teach him, yeah. I think one of my friends is a teacher, and he was a math teacher, and he was teaching his high school math students Pot Limit Omaha. That's how you teach kids math.
And not only that, I mean, it's a practical skill. Both of us are making our way as dealers, and just a little bit of confidence with, I don't want to say the most basic arithmetic, but it's pretty basic. It's a lot harder when everybody's looking at you, but
Jambros potting the turn, getting fold out of aces. Pretty big fold.
use the diamond draw to
Oh, and
just continue the
I
barrel.
strongly disagree. I think everyone should play poker with that dad. Some of the most fun stuff I've ever seen is comes from father son poker play, mainly because of the shit talking between the two.
What's it called?
I think he knows. I think Walter's son there.
Oh, and love you know you love playing with your dad.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Levi is a 15.
When's the last time you've seen me win money?
I honestly think it's a great bonding thing. Like some sons play soccer, or, do sports. Poker's great.
How old were you when you started playing?
I'm doing quick math here. 24.
Okay.
So I wasn't 18. So I knew how to play poker when I was 18, but I didn't start playing for reasonable amounts of money till I was 24.
Right. Little WSOP on your phone, etc.
No, well, before it was like the $20 buy-in tournaments with your college buddies, those types of things. And then finally I went to a casino.
Got some decent hands here. Pick me with the pocket tens and some nice straight cards. Catman. This hand is almost way too good for him. Like, he should have just folded this. An ace with a suit. Snake also with a suited ace, looking for diamonds.
One queen left. We got some flops that could happen.
That might be one.
Tens. No one has. Oh, I guess Jambros has queen high spades and a queen draw. And if I had started playing poker at 18, I think we had this conversation. I never would have graduated from college. So it's a simple fact. I would become obsessed with it.
There is some danger for the young men and an activity that just is very stimulating.
Pick me betting the full amount with middle set open-ended and backdoor diamonds. That's pretty good. Pretty good hand. Takes it down actually, and that's pretty good result because that's Jack 10 with 2 to a flush is about the wettest you can get on any poker board. Versus, was it 4 or 5 other people that hand? So
When I'm dealing and I put that flop out there, I already know we're going. I'm gonna definitely be seeing a turn. I'm gonna be going to work, dragging pots in.
Man doubles up his first hand and he's saying
You can also try betting the hand without making the hand. That's also.
Do you know that golf is kind of another activity that a lot of poker players enjoy? Was actually outlawed in a couple centuries after its founding because just the young men were just too obsessed with golf. They weren't doing anything else.
that's stupid. Golf is hard.
Well, especially back in those days when they were literally playing golf with sticks.
If I all go once, I'm not playing all.
For sure. I probably have more because I'm gonna add on a lot.
Your study breaks from school are looking at charts. See, Owen, you're smart. You take study breaks. I wouldn't have been studying. I just would have been playing poker.
Right,
That's-
exactly.
It's just clear cut for me.
I'm on the button.
Nope. You can balance. Not everyone can balance, man. As an adult, I can balance it. As a young adult or a teenager, no shot.
that'd be really bad.
You know what's not coming.
I mean, some would say I didn't even balance it when I started playing at 24. I just full poker all the time.
Yep.
I'll gimbal next.
Yeah, a bunch of limps around, another limp pot. I feel like it's a lot of these have been 100 or 0, where 0 is the limped pots and 100 is everyone. We got 3 people all in.
Yeah, it's full speed ahead if we're playing so far.
Who's no waiting? Pick me gets the straight right away. Picks up a flush, straight flush draw to go with it. Way the best hand on the turn.
Can't ask for too much more.
Not really. Yeah.
71% 5 ways is pretty strong.
Just checks it too. No, that looks like a bet. I don't think. Oh no, he. That's what I thought. Did bet it. I think everyone will be folding. Oh no, Dr. Lawyer's coming along with 2 pair and a gut shot to a bigger straight. Very hidden 2 pair. Now pick me with the super straight from the 7 to the queen. Gonna bet and probably not gonna get looked up.
Yeah, if the straight wasn't apparent before the river, the 7 puts too many combinations out there.
Well, 7-6 was already there too, so
Straight flush draw. You're an excellent dealer.
you're pick me praising Rafe there.
We agree, he is an
Yeah, he's
excellent dealer.
Excellent dealer.
What do we do this hand, bro?
Get it all in, man.
I wish you would have got it all in right.
Catman trying to get Ambrose to put it all in. Honestly, I don't think it would be very hard to convince this table to just do a 9-man $2,000 sweat.
It could probably happen.
We'll see.
At least 7 of them, I think, would be for sure. I could
I-
say confirmed would be in there.
I think you get everyone to do it.
He's not discerning about what he
Lose 2,000, win 16. I like doing a sweat where the worst hand dealt gets their sweat money back,
Okay,
and the best hand gets the rest of it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
that's interesting. So when you turn over 3 deuce 7, here you at least have some hope.
Yeah, because it's arguably just as hard to do as getting someone the nuts.
Yeah. VJ with the Ninas and the King Jack of clubs.
It's going up. Catman raised it. Dwayne's in there.
Ambrose says he wants something. It doesn't have to be that good, he said.
The question is this good enough for Jambros to get in there? Nope. Ghost Rose gone, Pick Me gone. VJ not gone. He is most certainly coming along.
I believe all the aces are out, if I saw that right.
I think all the kings are too.
Yeah, at least 3 of them still involved in this hand. Catman flops the nuts.
Not often you get to say that as the 3-better in PLO. You flop the nuts with 8-5. Dwayne with king high spades and a pair. Catman's gonna bet for sure.
Let's see how much.
Almost full pot.
I had a feeling it was going to be on the larger side.
Yeah, 3 opponents. Your hand is very, very vulnerable. Dwayne trying to figure out what he wants to do.
Yeah, knows he could be beat, but wouldn't be unreasonable to call the turn. Or call to see the turn.
If we turn 2 pair to go with our flush draw, no folding now.
Either
like
that or just give up on it now.
He wants some of that Catman money. He's gonna call. Little does he know Catman's got it.
I know we'll be hearing Pick Me lamenting that his set of 4s got folded.
VJ would have turned a set of 9s if he had seen a turn. I imagine just the max is going to be bet here. And Dwayne not with enough of it to keep going.
And I mean, this is Catman's neighborhood, 100%.
Yeah. If you were ahead on the flop, you're probably not ahead on the turn. 10-8 getting there. You lose into all the sets, 2 pairs. Yeah, just mucks it. I hope he showed the king queen.
I'm pretty sure he did.
That's the best part about PLO is when people fold, you can show the cards, the 2 cards that just don't matter. Yeah, you're right. Don't fold. Said I flopped bottom set.
Oh yeah.
VJ saying I had top set.
Play your image, huh?
I should have. No, it's good I didn't dump you.
Pick me.
Well, raise and hit, dude.
I guess he did show the 8-5.
This guy is just a master at it.
When you play bullshit hands, mowing the
You get bullshit.
Yeah, play stupid games, get stupid prizes, and we count stupid prizes as flopping the nuts.
Hey, if those green and black chips are stupid prizes, I
All about it.
will wear the dunce cap.
We should just get off the table.
So if it's
I would too.
Go ahead
Probably.
and bet. It's
Get nut spades.
I learned everything.
Jambros now throwing the party down 4 and change. Everyone else down just a little bit.
I learned
Snake's
the
still
way
up
how you play,
the
way
most.
how you lose,
Gave a little bit back.
and I think
It's okay to give some back.
mastering it too.
So many ways to win.
I believe VJ has the 30 on. Dwayne has woken up with, I think, more premium. I feel like more premiums than everybody else. Ace, King, Jack, Jack.
Yeah, absolutely. Late arriver to the stream, but picking up big pairs.
Dr. Lawyer 3, or no, just raising Jambros in there. This is going to get 3-bet. Pick Me's in there. VJ's out. I imagine Dwayne limped this with the intention. No, just call. No 3-bet. Very surprised to limp a hand this strong, not 3-bet it.
Very unlikely for Dr. Lawyer to make a straight, at least not the Broadway
He
straight.
can make the other one.
That's my dealer.
Oh,
I
and
say that, but
King, Queen high, Ace, King, the best hand on this flop. That is a queen, not a jack. If it had been a jack, that would have been very spicy. Dr. Lawyer going to bet his 2-pair, Queen 3. Pick Me is in there. Does have backdoors. Dwayne's in there. No big backdoors. They both have gutters to the 10. Dr. Lawyer doesn't want to make 3-pair. Well, I guess that's the 3-pair at this example. He doesn't want the 10.
Wonder how he's gonna treat the 6. It can be hard with the mirror to improve, but you can be confident you have the best hand in the moment.
I don't know. We're pretty far behind the king queen. Really just betting in hopes that Jack 10, a hand like Ace Jack 10.
See the hand I play, 90% premium.
Yeah, definitely behind king queen, but and he also did not give anybody else a chance to bet, so
Yeah.
He has the king queen.
makes it harder to determine exactly.
The good news is about having the other 3 pairs is that you don't get counterfeit to a king or aces when those 3.
You make
They're
your
up.
hand with your other 2 cards.
Dwayne drawing
No,
the 0 outs. He
some of
looks like all the cards are dead.
the frequency they play aces is so high. I'm just getting every 4 card. Any 4 card I'm getting.
What's the river?
Nice pickup by Dr. Lawyer.
River is a deuce of diamonds.
Pick up a little 1,000 there.
Don't do that.
No shallow rabbit?
Yeah, okay.
I had ace, king, jack. I needed the 10. Top 2. Double suit. Huh? Yeah. So he just either bought it or he had queens.
Why natives keep bluffing?
He over there bluffing.
If you guys want to get in on some of the great action TCH has to offer from the comfort of your home,
Wanna hire me? I thought you were gonna
we do have our Hijack app.
I thought he might.
We've got tournaments, live games,
I make money.
1 cent, 2 cent, all the way up to $1, $2, and beyond. So lots of action.
Let's have Levi draft it for me.
I guess it's
I'm an attorney in spirit.
I don't want
I do feel sort of like one of those club games that we were all playing during COVID, except way safer. You can deposit and withdraw at any TCH location and also electronically. So been having a lot of fun with that on my off days.
Levi, your lawyer? Yeah. You are?
Checking out these holdings here. Ace Jack of diamonds for Dwayne with a queen 9. Dr. Lawyer also holding 9s with the Jackie.
Jambros, you lawyer too?
Yeah, I'm not doing very good.
Three Musketeers.
Jambros,
None of us are.
King 10 of spades with another 10.
I went to UTSA.
A card that the other players think they're going to be looking for. Dwayne goes after it here. 3 bets.
Sneak barrel for C3.
The art of thinking positive.
Dr. Lawyer doesn't give up, and that's probably going to bring Jambros along.
Hey, bro says, I'll show you.
The art of thinking
I'll
positive.
call that raise and full flop.
Already over 1,800 in the middle. The case 9 comes for Dr. Lawyer. He also has the flush draw to go with it, and he just kind of smashes this board. 91% equity, 3-handed. Can't get much better than that. And Dwayne does have his backdoor diamonds. He thinks he's blocking sets with his 9. Will likely see the bad news.
I was having bad thoughts of like,
And Jambros, with all this action in front of him, knows that the king and the 10 kicker is no good. Players have been going twice most of the day. Both say whatever you want. We're going to get 2 turns and 2 rivers here. Queen of
Diamonds.
diamonds, yeah, does help Dwayne, but the deuce of spades is the brickiest brick.
Hearts for Dr. Lawyer, though.
Ambrose would have won the second board. But now the 9s and the flush. 9s full of kings on the bottom. And the set of 9s on the top is going to be enough to take this pot down. Turn the flush on the bottom, rivered the boat.
Nice hand. Nice little $4,500 pot for Dr. Lawyer.
Okay.
Captain Future. Not sure exactly what has happened in other clubs. I do know that we are pretty strict enforcers of the rules here, so we want to make sure everything is fair. And our management team, our floors, stay pretty on top of that. So haven't had any issues here at this club. That's all we can really speak to, but so far all of these players have added a ton of fun and entertainment to our live stream.
Dr. Lawyer now up 4.6K. Snake still up 3.3. Pick Me up 3.2. Everybody else helping throw the party with Jambros and Dwayne, the biggest party throwers. Dealer
Pick Me's folded a couple winners, but he's still
up, doing pretty good.
yeah, still doing well.
Jambros not afraid to get in the mix. We've seen him come back from big deficits before. Get a dealer change. Maybe this will help him. Bomb pot. Bomb pots can very easily make or break your evening.
With 25, there's more action. I think with 25, there's more action because people are more likely to call on it.
I agree.
With a suspect hand.
What did I do?
When is there not action?
What I'm saying is a pot.
There's tons of action on this table. You're right, Coach Strohs.
More likely to get action than a pot.
Never action calls. I raised just enough to where it can jam.
If I feel like action and Houston PLO are synonymous. Like you can't have one without the other.
Absolutely. And I mean, depends on what kind of action you like to see. Some of these players are not afraid to just get it in pre-flop and let it ride. Some players, want to either play smaller or deeper, so there's more turn and river options.
I personally, when I see people going bananas with any 4 cards, that's the action I love. Sure, you can get blasted by the 9. What was it? The 9s.
9-6-5
9-6-5 deuce. Yeah, you're gonna get blasted by that, but it's okay. We embrace it.
Yeah, as much as I've lost or felt like I've lost with pocket aces, lifetime, and PLO, the biggest pots I've ever won in my life have both been aces. Single suited though, double suited, no.
That's too much. That's
yeah,
too much.
It's too good. But single suited aces, you can work with that.
Aces would be a welcome sight on this board.
Oh yeah.
I don't even see. Oh, there we go.
There's one.
Aces up on one board for Catman in the bit. Dwayne gonna call with a little bit on both boards, some backdoor opportunities. Dr. Lawyer gonna call with his wrap on one board. Levi with the better ace. Same 2 pair gonna call. Jambros with a set of queens now.
No entire action at all.
There's no.
Thanks, Levi.
Ghostro saying there's no action as we get like a 5-way, I believe.
Good thing there's no action.
Yeah, five players to the turn after a full pot bet.
5 ways.
Don't do it.
Yeah, no action.
Alright, keep that there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that bad?
Dwayne makes the
well, basically.
Dwayne makes the nuts on both boards.
Oh, you gotta love that. Ambrose says leaves that there on the king of spades. King of club comes to fill the spot on the bottom board.
Levi with 3 pair top 2 is gonna bet the max. Dwayne is in love with this nuts.
I know, I wanted more money. He wanted to win this hand.
See, I think there's more money.
Nuts.
there
Dwayne is gonna put it in. Let's see what the Catman wants to do. He has the 8 high flush draw on one board with 2 pair. Not a lot going on the other board. Just mucks it. Yeah, Dwayne's in there.
anything on the other hand.
Whatever. Sure.
Dr. Lawyer can't get in there. Can't fold fast enough. Levi gonna call. Looking for a lot of help. That's no help. That's no help either. Dwayne gonna scoop the bomb pot.
I don't think he had any outs on that bottom board. Or maybe the 7.
7, yeah. I think all the kings were dead.
Yeah, the aces were dead. The other kings were dead. I think there was 1 7.
Ace was dead. 1-7 left.
Nothing wrong with that turn.
Just turns perfect.
Inside on both hands.
Yeah.
Well, this was a good shot, but he had inside wrap. I never called that hand.
Nice hand,
Dwayne got
Dwayne.
a little bit unlucky earlier, but has had 2 scoops coming his way. So once one in this bomb pot, one in a big hand versus Catman earlier. So
Dwayne's close to even now.
yeah,
I'll take his one hand.
$400 tournament.
and just enough dopamine rush to keep you playing bomb pots for another 6 months until you get another scoop.
I hope it doesn't take someone. It takes me 6 months more to get my next scoop in a ball pot. It does feel like it's been that long since I've scooped a ball pot, though.
It can take a while, and then I mean we've been, our tournament series and all the other stuff we've had going on doesn't really count.
I can't complain to the last couple I've scooped because they've been pretty nutted. Like one maybe like since I haven't been playing all that much, but one maybe like 4 or 5 months ago was quads, runner full house.
Oh wow.
So that was a good scooper for a nice like $5,000 or $6,000 bomb pot.
Yeah, because they're coming with you the whole rest of the way when they make that other boat.
So then I know I've had. I can't remember the one before that. That was the last one I scooped. So yeah, that was over four months ago.
Yeah, like I said, it's hard.
I have been scooped a lot in the last 4 months.
We're both.
That one's that one's true.
That's why we're in here, guys. It's safe in here. We're running bad.
Sets. I think the last one I got scooped on, I flopped set and got scooped.
Yeah.
Heads up.
Oh, heads up too. If you're 3-ways, you
Straight.
can kind of,
Made straight in the flush. Catman bumping it up. Dr. Lawyer coming along for the ride. Jambros gonna come along too, I imagine. He's stuck. He can get in there.
like the rundown. Curious what Pick Me has. He has 2 mystery cards right now. Could be the Ace of Spades, another Queen.
See if Jambros is gonna try and bet a salad. Here we go. Pick Me's out. VJ's out, it looks like.
Since I showed you, it's flopping up.
3 players, almost 3,000 in the pot.
This is feeling like it's going to be a 6-3 deuce board.
925?
Nope, just
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
close. Jambros cannot fold this board. He's open-ended, and there's so much money in the middle. Dr. Lawyer can't fold this board. He has top pair plus a flush draw.
Yeah, him and Jambros.
Yeah, they're gonna battle.
Yeah.
Jambros just sticks it in. Catman's gonna be able to let go. Jambros is drawing to just a 7. It looks like the rest of his out's not there.
That unlocks a few for him.
That's hearts. So that's
That door is very important.
backdoors are very important.
How many 3s are there?
Nope. Chop it up.
Seems to be a fair result.
I like how the run out was 3-4, 3-4. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, same again.
Same,
just
same.
like those turns.
There you go. You're going to call 900. You can't fold open-ended.
It's a true
Impressive dealing.
It's a true statement. If you called 900, you can't fold it open-ended.
Absolutely not.
We're in there to gamble. We got the gamble opportunity.
I kind of like it. Top pair, backdoor straight.
I think my most impressive same. I was dealing. I missed a hand and accidentally put turns before they were supposed to come before my player acted. So you pause, you reshuffle. On both boards, same on the turn.
I've never seen that. That's pretty hard to do.
I was kind of impressed with myself.
Dude, what the fuck? You're not playing a grinding game. Come on, man.
And the best thing is nobody can feel like anything changed because nothing changed.
Yeah,
It's like it
nothing-
never happened.
Nothing changed.
I mean, he's getting premium hands.
You can, yeah, well, you can muck all the premium hands, just fucking pop it, whatever the bullshit that you think is bullshit. Like, oh shit, I got 8 high no suit pop.
That might be the strategy.
8 high, no shoot pot, man. Catman special.
Getting some excerpts from the Book of Tim here.
Yeah, the Book of Cat.
Play the junks.
Another man's trash is one man's treasure. Or one man's trash is another man's treasure. So our trash is Catman's treasure.
Absolutely, it is.
Pretty good. It's like 67%, 70%. It's really high. But Ambrose have a gumbo.
Should've just not say anything.
One close.
Pot 9887. Gonna
Ooh.
get bumped up.
So fun.
Sometimes you call it 5 and they're like, it's actually 150.
Jambros in there, Stroh's in there. Jambros with the trash. Can't get unstuck by folding, so.
Little dick there.
VJ's in there, Snake's
Did everybody fold?
Snake's in there, Catman's in there,
Actually, like
Dwayne's in there.
Catman and VJ's like kind of collective run of hands right now. So many smaller cards folded,
I like Catman's hand.
and it's actually again too good for him almost. Him and Ambrose should switch.
6 ways to a flop we go. 685 in the pot. Did anyone flop a straight?
I don't believe so.
think it's-
Levi, Jambros, touching it.
Yeah.
Ghost Rose as well.
Oh no, Ghost Rose has a straight. He has a straight to the 7.
Okay, he did have a
6-3,
6-3, yeah. So many players in the hand, they're scrolling.
Yeah, you have to
The hands are
scroll.
scrolling.
Ghost Rose is gonna bet, has a flush draw to a bigger straight. Yeah, bets the full pot.
680 or 85?
Yeah, not always excited to do that, especially with the low end of a straight, but with a flush backup,
And bigger straight redraw.
yeah.
Don't mind it. It's gonna be a big pot anyways. No one has anything. Show the bluff. Don't think he's ever bluffing there. I don't think anyone's really ever bluffing. It's only a semi bluff, never the. I guess you could bluff the 4 6s if you had all 4 6s in your hand. That could be the bluff.
Keeps going to Dr. Lawyer over there. He just plays the nuts. The nuts and the tins. The nuts and the tins.
Yeah, I completely forgot that Nate is not.
Neither gamble, man. He's just running good today.
Today.
No, you think
Run back 2 months, down 100,000. Running good today.
Yeah, I mean, you've been playing gamble. You got it in with 8s. You played 8, ace deuce.
On middle size, the
Yeah,
nuts.
No, I know, but you gambled. I mean, it's pretty well.
Yeah, Ambrose, I bet. I raised
He
mine.
gambled.
You're raising mine.
It's only gambling.
I
with
have
the-
raised mine.
Pretty easy to gamble with pocket pairs in this game, knowing that, you know, especially like anything bigger than a 10, certainly even 8s, 7s.
Everybody at this table is capable of gambling if they're not already gambling.
Well, and the thing is, I mean, of course, it's a little bit different than Hold'em, right? You want, you know, some suited connectivity or some straight connectivity, but all you technically need is your 10-to-1 odds to try to flop your set. And you're definitely going to get that in this game.
I'm gonna play my video game. I'm get activated with a hand that makes no sense.
Good player would have raised my hand.
Got a few limps around.
Like their own token.
Oh, no.
Speaking of middle set, I believe. Oh no, the 8s did not see the flop. Okay, we have top set for pick me. Oh no, there it is.
No, they did. I was
Snake,
gonna say, I
Snake,
think they did.
Snake is middle set.
We're just scrolling.
We're just
again.
scrolling again. Ghost throws with nut flush draw.
Not like this.
We're gonna have a collision.
Not like this.
Ooh, not a good time for middle set. And this was the danger we were talking about, right? You know, you're getting odds to flop a set, but anything smaller than nines, you're at a higher risk of getting the set overset.
I believe Snake is still in the hand. A nice clean turn for a set of jacks. VJ, Snake, and Pick Me in the hand.
Yeah, BJ looking for clubs of the 10.
Sickest gay couple ever.
This price may be too steep for him to continue.
Yeah, but I'm the only one that looked
VJ not within the appropriate size stack for this. Snake now with a weird straight draw gut shot to go along. See if he wants to call this.
The Vegas suit t-shirt.
He thinks he's going to get paid because if he's up against the straight, he thinks he can get paid. Doesn't make the call.
So somebody will turn back and look.
A 4, a 7, both disastrous. VJ would have made the straight.
Oh, wow.
No player likes this card.
It's a money-saving river for Snake, though, honestly.
Yeah. VJ real upset. I can see the frustration. That was me.
It really stinks to make the right decision and feel like you're getting punished. We've seen some really big examples of that. Please fold with the pocket queens a few weeks ago.
Just because you would have one-outed someone for a massive pot does not make it
Make it the right decision. Yeah.
It would have made for cool television. But
Not profitable in the long run.
you want a lot about poker is hoping you're making the right decision. If you're making the wrong decision, being okay with the fact that you're just gambling.
make sure I clean turn.
It can be fun to find a game where you can do that every once in a while, right? But I've definitely seen, I mean, the likes of Lucky Chewy, some of those guys play a 1-2 PLO game like it was the World Series of Poker, or like you're watching them on a WPT, just not getting out of line, playing exactly the percentage of hands that they're supposed to play from each position.
Jambros bumping it up. Pick Me's in there. Catman's going to be in there. Catman hasn't looked and he's 3-bet. Dwayne just calling with the patented Catman no look 3-bet.
A little surprising knowing that a lot of people are going to want to get in on this
Yeah.
action. I don't know how I like letting the table come in here.
See if Dr. Lawyer's going to bump it up now. Levi's out of there.
Turns out to just be maybe the ultimate trap. I mean, now do you take your opportunity that it's opened back up to you?
I think our choice is pile it in or fold. I don't think we can just call this bet. If Catman goes all in.
One of Dr. Lawyer's aces folded in Pick Me's hand.
The Catman type of Catman hand.
I mean, 8-7-6, a 3-card run. Would like a suit, I think, to make this hand more palatable, but oh, he's in.
Yeah, Catman's in there, and Dwayne can't fold this now.
It would be an incredibly sick fold.
Does make a disciplined laydown.
Wow.
All the equity that Dwayne had now basically picked up by Dr. Lawyer. They're flipping.
Yeah, I mean, and Catman went from 3rd place to in the lead now, equity-wise.
Oh my goodness.
Nails
2-pair
it.
and open-ended.
And
Yeah, and Dwayne would have had a set of kings.
Lock down one.
I only have one pair.
Come on. Aaron, help me help you. Oh, that's all. One pair.
This one's one pair. This one's neat.
Oh, you win.
Oh, and he would have scooped this.
yeah, set of kings.
Oh, he would have had a flush. a 10 high flush on the bottom board.
You are very correct. If I'm going whites all day, I'm not like
You
fucking
are
30K.
correct.
Oh, that's daggers.
Yeah, that does not have to feel good right now.
Premium 3,400 pre-flop hand.
Yes.
Book of Catman premium, $3,400.
You heard it here, folks.
I folded ace, queen, 10, 6, diamonds. Look at that. I would have hit diamonds on that board. But queen, 6 of diamonds. I didn't have a medic.
So you have to change a little your mindset.
Wow, what
Chopping
an
it up.
opportunity there for Dwayne. Just didn't want to risk it. Trying to beat 2 players. I think he probably knew the kind of hand that Catman could have had, but not really sure about Dr. Lawyer. I mean, I believe that might be his first big 3-bet.
I think he's more afraid of Dr. Lawyer having aces.
Yeah. So
Two pair, yeah.
How high were your diamonds?
just again with mostly big pair equity facing 2 players,
Yeah.
you start to feel uncomfortable.
No way.
I wonder if it's going to change his decision point moving forward. I mean, when you see those 2 hands tabled, you're like, man, I should have gambled.
Well, yeah, and you know that situation could have been avoided if he just potted Catman to begin with. Like, you know, Catman's blind. You know that range could be any cards. I don't want to let people behind me take my initiative. Really tough spot.
Well, what did you have? One, two,
Snake going to bump it up in position on the button.
Definitely a reasonable hand there.
Dwayne letting him know that he folded the penultimate winner.
Folded ace, queen, 10, 6 with queen 6 on that board.
I saw it.
I'm with you.
Dwayne still looks a little flushed from those runouts.
Jambros got a hand he could bump it back up with. He's at least going to call.
I know they were doing 2 whole boards. I would have called.
I think both. This looks like bumping it up.
We only play on one board. We can't play on both.
Starting to see more 3-bets here.
See if Snake wants to gamble. We know he's not afraid. Going for some of that Ambrose money by the 4-bet. Did not expect this.
Oh, we're getting aggressive now.
Jambros is not folding. We know that.
And this is
Gonna make
the
the
aspect
call.
of cash
Yeah.
games that scares me and that I love, and I do see why some people can't get enough of. Is you have, it's not just the cards, it's the players, it's their bankrolls, it's their will.
No, what a terrible flop from pair of 5's the best hand.
Yeah,
1.5k pot.
Snake, you know, Snake okay with seeing a jack there.
He's gonna bluff at this.
Does have a second nut backdoor flush draw.
When you bet like this with Snake, you just want fold, fold, fold. Jambros looking at the cards, trying to figure out how he missed.
I mean, he could catch so many pivots. I mean, of course the face cards all favor Snake, but anything lower than a 10,
I think it would be very disgusting if he called and then
Set of aces. Set of aces for his set of aces.
Sometimes 1100 is a big bet, and sometimes 1100 feels like a milking bet. It's not milking.
Jambros Levi still at the bottom. Dwayne mostly recovered his losses. Catman somehow only down 1.7k with the massive amount of chips he's been putting in the middle.
Everything that I've seen post flop has been junk.
His junk hands have been winning and his good hands have been losing.
yeah, definitely could have taken a big hit there if Dwayne kept his hand.
One win and then I'm right.
Have you had a better Ras hand ever? 8-7 Ras
Yeah, I might win every
It's
time.
gonna be like 18K.
What a hand. Ras You had an 8-7 Ras That's like the nut.
That is in a different game. That is an 8.
8-7 Ras
Yeah, that's
Spencer
What the fuck I would.
known to play in the mixed game streets, got second place in the triple draw tournament that we had during the Poker Atlas series. So
Who folded that, VJ?
familiar with more games than just this one.
That's a premium scam. On the button, you folded that?
Mid alert.
Catman. Catman getting called out for folding the Jack 10 7-6.
896.
They're like, who are you? We don't know. you
Aces
anymore.
for Dr. Lawyer. That hand's too good for Catman. That's what he said.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Kings for Levi. All the aces are gone. No top set. Can flop bottom set though.
Give me 6.
Jambros gonna get in there. Queen 10 9 8.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's fucking go.
What did you fold again? 10, 7, 8?
And the deuce.
Wrap around the jack there.
Hey,
And it looks super live. I haven't seen any jacks folded.
Jambros 3-betting. Ghost Throws out. BJ's out. Pick Me's out. Snake's out. Dr. Lawyer probably gonna ISO this.
That's going to put Levi in an interesting spot.
Does ISO it.
Why, he says.
Does Levi feel like
Ambrose has a
Levi folded?
monster.
Give me 6, 8.
Whatever you want.
Quick hand funeral for the Kings, and into the muck they go.
If you don't fold it, I'm gonna go one.
I'm leaving it up to you.
Rip it.
They're going once.
The first rip of the night.
It is the first rip of the night.
This might get bloody.
That's a wet flop.
Levi with top set if he'd stayed in.
And that's Jambros. 10 8. Levi would have lost.
Rambo? Motherfucker.
Yeah, Badoogie. I block every flush draw.
But I block him.
He has a Raz Doogie. Queen high Raz Doogie.
That is a Queen High Raz Doogie.
That's a Raz Doogie right there.
Not a bad high doogie.
That's
You
a
ever play
queen,
that?
yeah, Queen High Doogie.
And a Queen high Raz.
That's a pretty bad Raz.
Unbelievable. No, it's different.
Jambros trending in the right direction now.
Finally gets one after gambling with these guys.
Yeah, you're playing. If I'm
Not going to stop him from still gambling.
Oh no, of course, this is just the beginning, guys. We've got more than an hour left in the stream, and if we're starting to rip, we got some people that say they actually prefer to rip, have been being nice and going twice, so if we start going one time, there will be pain.
Jambros now only stuck 3.1K. Levi could have been stuck a little bit more if he had been in there. Dr. Lawyer now only up 2.7.
Would Catman have actually made the bigger straight on that one? Did
No.
he have the Jack 10?
Jack 10 wasn't the nut. 10 8 was the nuts.
Oh, 10-8 was enough.
976.
I remember that he had Jack 10. He had something else in that neighborhood in there, but
He didn't have. He had Jack 10 7-6.
okay, so I'm missing the 8.
Yeah.
I got built 8, 3, 3,
Close.
I was about to say if that's a hand that he quote unquote if he would have won if he didn't fold, he would have been
Also interesting because his hand was all of Ambrose's outs basically,
and it still came.
and it still came.
That's a Catman.
Also, Tim had a bunch of my outs.
Yeah.
I was like, what did you fold? Fuck it.
Oh yeah, it was Jack.
You know, he went with the exposed cards come strategy, which I ascribe to as well.
As a dealer, it's 10,000%.
Yeah. At
Eight-
least one of those cards is gonna appear.
Aces for pick me. He's gonna 3-bet it, or no, just bump it up. Pretty good ones. Dwayne's in there. Dr. Lawyer just lost a hand. He's gonna come for that money. You can only make more money by calling. Grostro's gonna get in there.
Pick me just been playing solid, hasn't gotten
2 out of
in
line.
the
Yeah.
mix, with some of the gambling and just been chipping up. So let's see if he can hold with the best hand. 63% is pretty strong.
It's gonna be a rough one. Dwayne flopping trips. Pick me with better diamonds. All the diamonds seem to be gone.
Oh, dude, like, you see how me and Ambrose are trying?
You guys get there.
We need
with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 diamonds out. So 4 diamonds left in the deck. Dwayne probably going to bet this when it checks to him. Dr. Lawyer with his straight flush draw going to make the call. Ghost Rose out. Pygmy in there. 1 ace, and not the 8 of diamonds, which is in Dwayne's hand, now that I see it. Picks up some extra outs. Dwayne just checks back. No one with hearts. This could be... If someone wants this, they could take this.
They can do it. God damn it. Put a diamond out there. Give that man a
Good to see you in the chat, running.
or an ace.
Dwayne picks up a nice little one.
I just didn't feel like you were full.
Yeah, rough one. I feel like a bet could have gotten it through. It would have had to have been close to a pot-sized bet, but... Be very hard to call with the 10-8. Dwayne now in the green for the first time since the beginning. Feels pretty good. Pick that one up.
One suit. It's one. Ace, ace, 5, 5.
So crazy. He's a lot better than me. Basically better than me.
Taylor, glad to see you in chat. Hope you're doing well. Those of y'all that don't know, I believe this is the same Taylor that Stinson that won our main event recently. Hopefully it's you. Congratulations. Well done. Glad to see you in chat with us. Poker Tour, Poker Atlas Tour main event champion from Texas Card House Houston. A little 4-way action here. Dr. Lawyer. Great time to pull up some poker. Bet this stream can definitely help fill the lull time out there.
I got farther. I got farther.
Snake makes the call. Dr. Lawyer just with the best with hearts. Snake has a blocker, see if he wants to bluff it. He does. Dr. Lawyer probably not going to go anywhere. Congrats, Ronnie. Hope you run deep. See if Dr. Lawyer can make this call. Be a very good call. This is the 3rd best flush. Makes the call correctly. Good call by Dr. Lawyer. Takes a nice $3,400 pot away from Snake. Dr. Lawyer now back up 4K. Snake only up 1.3, still up.
Did Seattle win or lose the last night? Well, then they lost. You answered my question.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you asked if Seattle lost last week?
Yeah. We were a game and a
We're
half.
half game. We're half
So
game.
we're a half game. They obviously lost.
Challenge Omar to 50 to 150k heads up PLO sitting in.
Definitely have to ask her.
Really air things out.
Aces for Snake. He likes aces. He's gonna call probably with the intention of re-raising.
Fair price.
25%.
Dr. Lawyer with a hand he's not gonna mind getting in the action with. Levi with a lot of hearts, but a lot of connectivity still. Let's see what VJ wants to do with this. Looks like he called, and just like I thought, Snake gonna spring the trap. Dr. Lawyer gonna make the call. Levi probably gonna gamble some. Yep. Gives a good price for pick me. Doesn't come along. VJ not coming along either. All the aces are gone. So Snake really needs diamonds. Levi with his straight outs and hearts. Really the equity fit. You make 2 pair 2 in it. Be pretty good. That's the nuts for Levi. Dr. Lawyer though, nut flush draw. Snake needs runners. Runner. Just checks this. Terrible board for him. See what Levi betting 1,000. Dr. Lawyer not going to fold for this price. As we can see, drawn very thin.
Play a turn.
They are going to play a turn. Dr. Lawyer looking for some help. Just like that. Turns it.
Stupid game. You feel awful, eh?
Levi can't fold once he gets here. It's unfortunate because Dr. Lawyer has made a flush.
In here is 16.
Oh, Levi has pushed all in.
36.
Let's have a straight.
Levi's drawing dead. Dr. Lawyer scoops a nice $6,400 pot. Nice hand.
Hold on and see it on stream, dude.
Dr. Lawyer now up, I believe, almost 8,000. Yeah, 7,500. Levi at the bottom. Pick me still up 3.7. Snake up 852 bucks now. Dwayne up a little bit. Everyone else still trying to dig themselves out. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me tonight for this 13615 PLO stream here from Texas Card House Houston. Great action tonight. Great lineup. Hope everyone out there is having a good evening.
DJ, get it in, man.
Dude, I'm trying.
No, I'm saying this hand.
Don't look. Just look at it. Okay, fine.
I'm kidding.
DJ, don't listen to these people.
That's when VJ fucking
Kids don't do drugs.
Kids, don't do drugs. Ronnie, that's not a good feeling. You gotta manifest it.
Go. He said negatory. Blind 50 work in. It comes up somewhat blind 100.
No, I don't like that.
I know, but still blind. Shit, I got a call.
What? Let's try it.
VJ
Oh, we got a hand?
potting it in the blind,
Yeah, you have it.
from what I understand.
I'm pretty sure it's still behind.
Has the best hand currently.
470, right?
What?
470.
Snake's got an ace and a king. Snake's looks like he's gonna pot. Nope, just call.
It's been hot. Way
Catman probably gonna come along.
So,
I like it. Trying to think what's been hot.
6 or 478. That's 7 votes.
That's all I can say. It's been hot. Hot outside, hot inside.
Curious what Snake's other 2 cards are.
Uh-oh. Premonition here. An Ambrose premonition.
I don't think he's looked yet. Sick card.
Oh, it's on 10. Okay.
He knows he should fold. He's just trying to sell what he's gonna do.
I don't want to call it.
8 high Badugi, you don't have to press.
470, I think.
470, yeah.
470.
What's you behind?
Got 5.
Oh, you're good. 470?
I think because I don't want to call.
Jambros gonna call. Pygmy's in there too.
I'm tired of folding.
50 more.
What?
470.
But I don't feel that committed. You can fold. Oh, now? You can fold. Let me see a flop first. Shit, I'm under the gun.
Beast mode.
Snake. VJ is all in. Snake is called with top pair, top kicker. Jambros has a pair and a gut shot. Backdoor spades.
You got one. 540, huh? Well, you're gonna quadruple up if you win this one.
That's true. He is gonna quadruple up if he wins this one.
Pick me. Pick me. I'm thinking of a card.
Pick me, needing the last 10 in the deck.
Go.
Houston heads up.
Go.
Clubs are good for VJ. He's the only one with clubs. Looks like Snake has moved all in.
4 out. And you didn't put it. 4 out. You're always supposed to get it.
Way behind.
Don't put a 10 out there.
VJ, not good for VJ. First board good for Snake. Second board good for VJ. He still gets a double up.
I needed you to hit a set. Full house.
Basically a double up for VJ.
Nice.
It's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah.
There you go, VJ. The old dude. The old dude. The old dude.
One time. All right. That's what I get for not being in it one time.
You needed 2 out.
I know.
2 10s left.
He'd been excited he hit a set. I've been happy he hit a set too. Shit.
That's a weird.
Well, I should have been 8. If a king or queen comes or a jack, I'm still with you. I have more outs.
Chopping it up. Nice double up. Back to starting stack for VJ.
There's no way I can fold my hand.
Button's good, huh?
It's all you need to help get unstuck.
My quarter's good.
Long pot.
I feel the same way. Y'all talked him into it. See what you did? Reduce that shit.
It's also kind of interesting to see Snake just push top pair, top kicker this hard.
7 6 5 4.
I blocked that.
Oh, queen.
I had a terrible hand.
VJ now up 45 bucks.
Oh, wait, he scored.
Pretty good result of potting it blind.
He scored a run.
might be a little
They would be, I don't broke even. I think Myers.
results biased.
That's an accomplishment.
What did I miss? Let me recheck these stack
VJ
sizes.
VJ potted it blind and then went all in on the flop and ended up having and running it twice. Ended up splitting the pot after a 4-way. So he doubled up,
Okay.
effectively doubled up. Pretty good result of that.
Yeah, definitely can't complain. Yeah. Any chance that you have to hang on with these guys and hopefully catch a hand?
Well,
You could have a sleepover with Amber.
Ambrose was convincing him to play blind, saying that that's how he was going to do it, so he did it, and then obviously the card lined up where he doubles up.
I'm telling you guys, don't look at your cards. It's not worth it. It's not worth the effort.
It is a lot more fun when you get to sweat yourself, and you know what they have and what you need to beat. Sometimes it's not fun when you know you can't beat that hand.
Oh yeah, no, you got no shot against the blind hand some amount of the time. Just caught up with Spencer. You'll see him walk off in a little bit here. Just kind of trying to get his bearings at the table. Been playing with us pretty regularly, but still kind of new to the room. So kind of wondering, is this the norm for some of these players, or is this like this for the show? I let him
It's the
know
norm.
it's the norm.
It's the
Yeah.
norm. See what we got. Dwayne all up in the bottom board.
Top, bottom, and the straight already.
No one else has a straight, but VJ does have nut flush draw. Don't really know what else everybody has. Looks like we got a little bit of action. So this looks like heads up. Oh, Ghost Rose is in there. 10 high diamonds and a gut shot.
He's a clutch RBI guy.
No dice. Clubs comes in for VJ. Now free rolling half the pot.
9 is a great card
Yeah.
for Dwayne also on the top board.
DJ's on fire. Y'all unleashed the monster.
VJ's on fire. They've unleashed a monster. Dwayne got a decision now. It's just such a rough turn card on the bottom, and he turned just enough on the top to where it might keep him involved.
Knows he's playing for half now though, and some of the cards that could help him are on the bottom board.
VJ just scoops it. I mean, that's a pretty big pickup for him too. Only having one board locked up. Was free rolling effectively on the other board.
Yeah, definitely one of those spots where he wants to take it down on the turn. Has the current nuts, but is not a stone lock to win the bottom.
VJ now up 460. All he has to do is play blind. That's been declared.
I know you had the nut. Yeah. Problem is, I can't beat the clone. I know you know.
Will Jambros bet his salad if it comes to it?
Not getting squirrely.
If there's any left.
It'll be really hard.
Dwayne limps. Levi with aces. Ace has not been doing so hot tonight. Not so hot tonight.
Does have a suit, does have a wheel out.
Ghost Rose in there. Jambros in there. Dwayne's in there. One ace left in the deck. This has been pretty much the case all night with aces. One ace left in the deck, and Jambros flops best.
Yeah, I was just going to point out that he was ahead based on the pre-flop equity.
Now he's way ahead on the flop. Clubs live. Still Jambros.
Oh, he scored another one. Come on, bro. Knocked in.
Imagine he's going to bet this turn. Probably just going to bet and take it.
Yeah, looks like it.
Levi could bet aces potentially. Think they're good. He does. It looks like Levi bet aces. Jambros just calling with trips. Diamonds. Levi may turn this into a bluff. He does have the blocker. Just goes check, check.
6, 7, 8. Son of a bitch. Badoogie.
3-6 is good enough. That is not a Badoogie. 3 men walking.
I did that because I wanted Jambros to win a pot.
I'm sure they will not want to miss too much of this action.
I wouldn't.
I'm there for you, buddy.
One of the things I noticed when I first started playing poker is in the rooms where you can't smoke, you could always tell who the smokers were when they would get up all at the same time to go smoke.
Yeah, absolutely.
My hand, the one he won? Well, he chopped.
You do hate to lose half the table at one time, but it's better than that old casino smell. Smoky interior.
Ace, king, 7 deuce was not hard.
I'm very surprised at that. I don't think that that's going to change ever.
Probably not.
In the middle of the bullshit. Yeah, if I would have known I wasn't going to get re-raised.
They have those great filtration systems. If you're at a really nice place like the Bellagio or something like that, they have the perfume in the air.
I don't mind the places that have smoking in one area. I just don't want it at the table in my face. Pick me wants to get picked. He hasn't been picked for a while, as he notably said when he played the hand where VJ went all in blind, basically.
I don't know. He says that, but he's been picking up a pot at a time here or there, and
He did lose a little bit in that. Dwayne has the Shanice hand. No one has the DT hand. I also feel like your hand is one more than mine.
yeah, the nines have been kind of hot tonight.
Jambros just won with the Shanice hand. This is all Dr. Lawyer, but he can battle with Ghost Rose. Pick Me is in there. VJ in there too. No flush draw available.
Yeah, VJ looking mostly for a 7.
Now, yeah, a 7 would be the best. Dr. Lawyer just going to bet very large amount. Ronnie, the DT hand is 10-7. It's my favorite hand.
DT and I are wrapped around the 8.
Yep. Perfectly playable PLO hand when you combine ours.
He's got another hit, but he didn't score. Ooh, I think Brady's was up.
Oh, Freddie.
I love that guy.
It was the first hand I ever won a 4-digit pot with in No Limit Hold'em. It was the Negreanu. And so before I'd never won a pot larger than maybe like $1,000, 500 of my own, and 500 of someone else's. And I won like a $2,500 pot with it, and all of a sudden it became my favorite hand. Or $3,500. It's like $3,500. Yours is also a better hand, Ronnie.
Barely better. 10-8.
Not
Our
barely,
son
that's like-
Antonio, another fan of the 10-8.
Jambros raising up. Ghost Rose with the ultimate aces. No one else can have aces when you have 3 of them.
The last one is folded, so he'll be looking for spades to improve his hand, or just the ugliest, driest board you can find.
You got two good bluff cards in your hand too.
Oh, yeah. Sunday bird.
We got Levi looking into it. Top research.
Liking the Jambros. Had a lot of rundowns today.
Yeah. Set. No waiting. Got a gut shot straight draw too. Jambros takes the lead.
Pretty handy lead. 84% of the equity here going to the turn.
It's going to be hard to continue with 3 aces. Does make the fold. Oh, not yet. Hasn't made the fold yet. Thought he had already folded. There it goes. Dwayne going to make the call with bottom 2 pair. He is in trouble. Dr. Lawyer out of there. 5 would be disastrous. Jambros, I imagine, going to be wagering. Yeah, the full amount on this turn.
Yeah, he can be confident that his set of jacks is the best hand currently.
We just also want to charge ace queen 10. Shanice's favorite hand is big lick.
69, never die.
In my hand, king high. And I don't know what, I can't remember. I know it was a 10, but I can't remember. I think I have 2 pairs.
2 pair, no good.
Chat, do I need to tell you for if I'm interested? If I'm interested next week or large?
I'll get you a number. I'll get you a number and then.
No, 3 hours back.
You're the 15 reasonable guy. I'll get you a number and I'll get you like Monday, Tuesday. Just kind of
Find out. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Next week we're gonna do Animorphs week. We're all on Animorphs.
That would be funny.
Well, we have a cat.
Anyone else out there, let us know what your favorite hand is if it's not pocket a premium hand. We like the fun ones.
How long does the string run until?
Well, yeah, you'd rather have 3 connected at the top than
We're on the last hour.
some weird gaps.
Yeah.
Ronnie.
I've got 2 dogs at home. One's really old that's already pissed all over my floor. My wife's out of town. So I already got to clean up at least one mess that I know of, and I got to feed them.
What kind of dog?
The old one's a Yorkie. The other one's a mix. I rescued her a couple of years ago. She's
It's weird to say that the limp is 30,
Yeah,
but
right.
the limp is 30. Levi bumping it up.
she's really smart.
Jambros with my hand, a premium version of my hand.
She was abused though, I could tell.
I'm wondering if Catman looked at this one or is flying blind.
She's a sweetheart. Really smart.
Don't know. It would be shocking. Oh, I flop best. I'm a genius. Big flop for Jambros. Not a lot of good turns other than a 10 or a 7. Ace and a queen. Ace, queen, 10, 7.
Levi is highly unlikely to hit that gut shot. All the 8s are down just about. Your hand wins.
I love it.
Bottom to had a chance on that board.
Levi, now the big thrower of parties. Catman, Jambros, digging themselves out slowly. Dwayne has fluctuated this whole thing, but as y'all all know, these numbers mean nothing. All of this could change in one hand.
The best part of the stream game is
I know, but
So we're called. like, where are you at?
Hey, we got 2 appointments back to back. Where are you at?
It's no fun
Let's
going
go.
home and
Pick me with a beautiful queen 988 in the muck. Very surprised.
he's that age.
How old is he?
He's like 50.
It's definitely gonna hit now.
Yeah.
Yorkie.
Catman with a super premium. This is way outside of his range. That's why all the kings are
You're saying I
dead.
have a chance to raise you.
Sam, I'll give you $20 if you have a king in your hand.
Wow, what a free roll.
Only 20.
I think it's one more than that.
What a free roll.
You win the pot.
I bet he's more likely to have an 8 and a 5 in his hand.
I'll give you $20 if you have a king in your hand.
Whoever said he's more likely to have an 8 and a 5 is probably right, usually, but he does have the kings here.
Ghost Rose flops the best hand. Jambros with a gut shot. Stroh's just gonna lead out. Don't mind this at all.
Tim looking at those pocket kings like, why did I even play you?
Yeah,
I want my cards back.
Jambros calling, not hitting the turn. No heart, no 7. I imagine the full wager is going to be bet here. Yep, that's it.
Did you? Oh, okay. No, you can't do it. Yeah. You passed me that. You passed me that.
No side games on the table, chat.
He'll have to get him later. I think Ambrose is good for it.
I think he's good for it too.
All right, my 30.
Yeah, you gave away your hand. You're like, oh, what?
Should have been a $30 bet. At least one full straddle.
Like, I have an ace in my hand.
Yeah,
So I'm like, if I hit an ace, I know I can beat the king.
You just put it there.
You finally have a real premium, and then you get slaughtered with the. It's not really a real premium. What, you have kings? God, fucking ace high.
Antonio, he will take his favorite hand plus Shanice's favorite hand. That's what he was saying. Look at the V pips here. Get Catman and Jambros in the 60s, Dwayne in 58,
What would you do if I potted?
Dr. Everyone else in the 40s except for Levi, who's at 34%.
Which is not necessarily normal for him.
But, I mean,
Normally
Been
he's
having
up
a lot
there.
of a lot of action. Tim raisings, a couple re-raises in front of him. So
pretty obsolete, in my opinion.
150.
Again, he goes.
Going up. Catman getting closer to premium cards.
and he wants nothing.
Dr.
to do
Lawyer's
with it.
got the super premium. Does very well against the Catman's hand.
Yeah, has it pretty much wrapped up, unless it comes 8-6.
Catman not folding. Not backing down.
15?
No,
25?
See what manifests. Full wrap for Dr. Lawyer. Gonna bet this. Catman can't really continue. I mean, he could if he wanted to. But just mucks.
Yeah, it would be tough. Dr. Lawyer has, shown that he can gamble with these players, but when he has 3-bet or bet big, he's typically had a strong hand so far.
I don't imagine there's a lot of 8 highs in that C-bet.
Club a set? So I was good, but I probably would have turned bad. Yeah, I didn't have any suits.
Ambrose is 3.
Dr. Lawyer now up 8.3K. Will be the first, if he picks up just $90 more, will be the first player to cross the 10K stack threshold in tonight's stream.
Well, this was his first night with us. I have a feeling if these results hold for the next 40 minutes or so, we will see him back again.
Jumbo. Oh my god.
What a welcome.
Right in the tank.
Who won that hand?
I haven't looked. Ambrose, haven't looked. Ambrose, haven't looked.
Bet and take it.
You other people in the game too.
Ambrose, I haven't looked as he raises.
I mean, that's more like it for Catman.
Dwayne just calling and is going up. Dr. Lawyer's got a great hand. Beautiful version of my hand. gonna bump it up.
I feel like we saw this movie just earlier.
Yeah.
Dwayne could have decided to 3-bet his big pocket pair, decides to just flat.
I don't mind him flatting with this one.
This one I think is yeah, better flat
A
than
much better flat.
Probably like 7 cards it could have been.
VJ, I'm surprised to put that one in the muck. Ace King 10-9 double suited.
Oof.
I don't know.
I think he knows the potential for things to just get a little out of control pre-flop here.
Catman gonna
Yep.
Catman gonna bump it up, and these two players gonna get in. Dwayne,
If he mucked the kings, we're definitely
Yeah.
mucking the queens.
I don't mind this muck either. I would have. The kings were just so connected and so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
but these queens are kind of ragged.
Yeah, 3 of clubs. Not really helping us.
4, 4, 3, 7.
There's the 6.
Well,
Oh, that's so sick. Two pair. They're going once, I believe.
Big turn, big turn.
7.
2 pair.
Nuts.
You have nuts?
Jack 8, Jack 8.
call up
Call
for
for
the 7.
seven.
Got it.
Oh my
This pair of 6 is way the best on this.
There now.
Oh, you're showing it twice.
And
pair good.
One pair is gonna.
Jack 8 on top. Pair 6.
Jack 6 is gonna.
Fucking go. You guys don't know.
Ah,
how to play
set of
poker.
How does
Wow.
I hit a set of 4s. I made it straight.
Diamond on that bottom river could have helped
wild.
Dr. Lawyer.
I had to.
King of clubs, no help though. And again, Tim, Catman,
Yes. Oh my god. Let's make
doesn't need the top 10% of hands to win.
Oh, you tied it up.
It's
Hey,
kind of wild that
went deep, tied it up.
a naked 6 just wins the bottom board. 7-3 would have won the bottom board. So, but ultimately making a good fold, VJ and Dwayne. Catman picking up $2,700 helps dig himself out of the hole.
Yeah, he should be just even or close.
Close, $80 short, yeah. All it takes is one hand. Now Dr. Lawyer back to just being up only 5.7.
Was
This is a wild.
about to reach the 10K mark, taking a step backwards there, unfortunately.
The first board just hitting both of them pretty reasonably.
Yeah,
All the hands
no.
I play with women.
Definitely a sweat.
I prefer the sweat, don't you?
I mean,
Well-
that's what we're here for, right?
I prefer the sweat when I'm not in the hand.
I have what they don't.
Much safer from in
Yeah.
here. See, now he should just fold this. There's no way.
Catman? Oh, this is too good of a hand. This is way too pretty of a hand. Dwayne's in there. Levi's got 2 pairs. It looks like he's bumped it up.
Jambros asking,
365.
Asking what the pot is. That's what Jambros is. Oh. Oh no.
You had to have an overpair.
all the 10s
All the 10s are gone.
gone.
And Catman is
Let me look. I don't have 10 jeans.
In a great spot.
That was him. I would
Catman's
call because
in a ridiculous spot in this hand.
Your greens and blacks have together.
Oh, and snake folded 4s also. So if Levi gets in here, he's going to
He's
be
dead.
super thin. Dead? Yeah, dead because the clubs are covered. He's going to be dead.
He's dead. Can't make a straight. Can't make a set.
Wait. Dwayne says I'm here.
Jambros is gonna get it in too.
60, 1460, 1510, 1535.
Can imagine the reaction when Levi and Ambrose see each other's hands.
I mean, Ronnie, you know how they combat this? The Euros? You just have 4 people always all in all the time, and
They'll get up and leave.
the Euro pros can't deal with
Very
that.
helpful.
That's how you do it.
You got him.
Levi's in there. Jambros is gonna get in there, and this is the first time Aces has been set up like this in this stream today. 89% favorite.
I mean, it's almost unreal.
Oh, I am so sorry. I just totally.
They're gonna go too full, probably. Wait, how much is this? Oh, you got yellow.
Yeah, you got yellow.
Oh, you got yellows declared. Jambros, they have a lot behind.
Yeah, with Catman just winning that big pot, the whole equity numbers change. Way bigger bet.
$500 in cheese in my hand. Oh, fuck me!
Oh,
Yeah,
I can't possibly
he.
win.
I can't possibly win has been declared, and that's a true statement.
That
I
is a true
cannot
statement.
possibly win.
Levi cannot possibly win.
We can run the deck out. It's not gonna happen.
I had
Run all the cards out.
nine,
Put
six,
shuffle them back in. Rerun it out.
9653.
I cannot win. This time you actually have.
Yeah, I actually have it. So.
96.
Yeah, this time he definitely has it.
I have the hand to beat you.
They're going twice, and I think this is the first time I've ever seen this in PLO, where someone is stone dead pre-flop and getting in all the money in.
Nice hand.
Have you ever seen that before?
I can't say that I have. It's definitely tough. Like you said, usually at least it would be 110 or 1-4 for Levi floating around. Just completely unlucky there.
He doubled up last hand. I was shocked that he raised. Like, that he repotted.
All right, good thing he didn't decide to open muck the aces.
Barrels 28, please. Barrels 28.
Shoveling 300 into the pod.
He had it this time, guys. He had it.
So would have been if I'd done that to him, but he's done to everybody else.
That's wild.
5-3. And
I've seen. I mean, you see dead and hold them all the time, but in PLO,
Hardly ever.
almost never.
I go flop like
DED.
Yeah, that was DED dead, for sure.
Not even an A. No A.
No, that's
Just
DED. That's DED dead. Never heard that before?
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. That's one of
I
my
was just-
favorites.
Yeah. That was,
The gaming pro, of course. I'm sure.
Tim, is the straddle still he's super deep. I don't think he's straddle still Levi without
Yeah, we'll just do 30 years.
without a really strong.
Wow, what a big hand there.
When I run Holden, I do okay. But
Pretty simple.
I mean, Omaha, unconventional, that's literally like, hey, let's go all in everything.
Action
like-
is not going to stop here.
Oh,
Ace
no.
King suited with a queen versus Dr. Lawyer with queens,
he hasn't folded yet.
The door is open.
and I don't think he will.
I think Dr. Lawyer raised, and I think Levi has not received his chips
I raised it. This is mine.
and potted. Not a bad hand to pot it with, actually.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Not a bad hand.
Jesus Christ, he doesn't.
Bros is in there.
Levi is
Bros is in there with the lovely 6-5-4-3. I like his hand in this. VJ's out. Let's see who's gambling.
7-7-6 deuce. He might do it.
Now Dwayne's in there, and oh no, he's put the 30. I thought he was in there. You guys
I
want to
wouldn't have minded a call there. I mean,
Dr. Lawyer calling, of course.
Do you have any sugar for my tea?
1,700 in the middle.
how about the deuce of clubs? The
These
deuce
guys
of clubs
in the
could-
window.
Yeah, it
That'd be a
could-
good sweat card.
Yeah, Levi and Jambros would be interested.
Ace King High. Levi flops best.
For the entire 4-hour stream that I played.
Jambros probably just gonna check this back.
Yeah, he has a lot of turns.
Yeah,
that could
there's
improve
lots
his
of
hand.
pivots. That's not one of them. That does give Dr. Lawyer better hearts than Jambros.
I think we'll continue to see relatively mellow action.
Yeah, this is
top of the order. I think Jubon did that night.
Jambros
Ace-
would have loved to seen that card on,
on the turn. Yeah,
I had a queen.
Ace Jack is the best hand. $1,700 going Levi's way for Ace Jack.
I had a king.
Ace King was put in the muck. Ace King of Diamonds.
Oh wow, and Dwayne again.
Dwayne
he's
had-
folded
yeah.
some. He's folded some big uns today.
Did you? Oh my God.
Ernest playing
I wouldn't have folded 18.
That-
I had king.
tight today. What's going on?
Hey, Dwayne, I had king with
You're
9 in his face.
you're playing tight today.
I don't like people
Small consolation prize coming back to him after the big loss there. At least a step in the right direction.
You don't like people.
like you know.
We still got 30 more minutes of this. It's done nothing but ramp up
No, we just
the action in this game.
no matter what.
I have high hopes for this last half hour that there will be some more fireworks.
Yeah, I do too.
Like now, like since we never have any history, but now
Oh, no, it's
we
not
do.
trial, you're right,
So
you're
you play somewhere, you see me walking,
Oh, I'm cool.
and then
I love playing with you.
no, but just saying, like you know, like
Very
I had something happen the other day. I saw a poker player that I'd only ever seen and interacted with at a poker club out in the wild,
somewhere, and then I sit down here.
at a store in the mall, and I was like, something doesn't seem right. I know you. He's like, I know you too, but from somewhere else. And we were like, oh, poker.
That is typically what it is when you walk by somebody random and you're like, I know I've seen you.
It's okay now.
Try to remember what room or what tournament or table you
Yeah.
collided with each other at. It's one thing that's great about Houston poker. You know, it's of course competitive. There's a lot of real money at stake, but typically a welcoming community, very friendly. You walk into the room and got people, you know, giving high fives, catching up.
Super good, great group of people. In general, it's very welcoming and like everyone's treated like a friend, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the reasons why I continue to play this game. I don't mind giving you guys a little bit of my money. Quiet as the table's been.
It's true. Queen high flush draw, just an ace for Dwayne and a gut shot. Pick Me is betting the full amount with the best hand. Dwayne probably out of there. Dr. Lawyer has just enough teammates to stay interested. Full amount's a large wager, though.
Let's it go. As we noted earlier, Pick Me hasn't been messing around as much as some of the other players, so his credit is good with Dr. Lawyer.
What's the wrong one out there? It's called the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, Queen of Hearts, exactly. You know what I'm saying.
Queen of Hearts would have been a beautiful turn.
Could have been the King of Hearts.
It's always been that way ever since I first started playing. Every now and then you get people that aren't, but overall, the community is just great.
Yeah, 100% agree. Very supportive of each other. I know we've got a Facebook group. Everybody's sweating each other for Vegas and throwing support. One of our very own made the day 2 of the employee event to kick off the series. So it was a good start for Houston Poker. We were all sweating him on Facebook. People were posting and catching up with him.
Aces for Levi, single suited, 2 pairs. Probably won't be dead if he gets all the money in pre-flop this time.
No.
Jambros coming along, Pick Me coming along. VJ's in there. Snake's gonna get in there. Snake's not in there. I'm surprised. That's
Wrap around the 7 would be very interesting. As we can see, though, all of the 7s are gone. So
all the aces gone too.
again, no set for Levi. It is going to be hard for him to improve, though he will not be dead. And that looks like it's got Jambros' name all over it.
No pair, nowhere, but the best equity.
Don't imagine him folding, even if this is a full-size bet.
780. 3 bets 780. 5 fold.
Jambros betting the full wager. Got a pretty big straight draw. No one really having much of anything to call him down with. Levi getting all the equity of the folded cards. Can't really call him down with that. Jambros was actually drawing pretty thin based on the cards that were left in the deck.
Got any plans for this weekend? Again, or just resting still?
Recovering.
Yeah, it's been a long few weeks of poker for us here at Texas Card House Houston, but worth every hour, worth every dollar in tournament buy-ins. We had a great series, great turnout.
Just smashed it. Like so many more people showed up for this Poker Atlas series than I thought.
Yeah,
We're going to.
absolutely. Yeah, when you smash a 300K guarantee by an additional 200K, that means you had a lot of support.
994 entries. That's a lot of entries.
Yeah, I think it was perfect timing. Everybody wanting to have a nice warm-up for Vegas. Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
We were able to have some extra flights on Sunday.
I think it being Memorial Day weekend helped out a lot. VJ gonna get in trouble here. He's gonna bump it up with Ace King 5 deuce double suited. Bros has the goods. Bros has aces. May bump it up some more.
However, he's just like, hey, I told my wife I'm playing golf. That's why I'm wearing the whole golf set.
Little intimidation there. Maybe not intimidation. You gotta know how much your opponent has so you can make your decisions. But
Yeah.
whenever they start asking, makes you think.
I don't think you need my money.
Some people instantly muck after asking that question. They just want
to make you sweat.
Yeah, for a little bit. And with as wild as Jambros has been, VJ, yeah, I don't see him doing anything other than this. That is the full wager.
And I was so upset too, just because I was visiting my mom when I was in Austin.
Don't know if that was Dwayne or
that was Dwayne. Looks like Set for the first board is going to take it. Someone had clubs. We heard it very loudly.
Yeah. Dwayne's folded a lot of winners, so has Pick Me. BJ could find a queen, perhaps.
Or heart. Or heart. Nope.
No help.
You can't scoop if your cards are in the muck, Dwayne. That's. Jambros scooping a nice $4,400 pot with aces.
Unlucky for VJ. Picked the wrong time to take a stand at this table. Ace King 5 deuce, pretty good with the hands that we've seen.
Getting it in, yeah.
Just unfortunately runs into it.
I had pocket fours, double suited. I made a flush and a full house.
Jambros, though, happy to get a little closer to break even.
Dealer change, the last one of the evening. We will get our last bomb pot of the evening. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's been a fun one. It's getting funner.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, if you're in the neighborhood, we still have the list going for this game, so you can check us out on Poker Atlas. And I imagine that these guys will be playing for quite a while tonight, so...
Game always goes after stream. Always. Jambros is almost even. He's only down $259.
Oh, wow.
Levi throwing the party. VJ down 2K. Dwayne down 1.1. Ghostros down almost 1. Jambros down a little bit. Everyone else up. Snake up 1.8k, Catman up 2.8, Pick Me up 3.2, and Dr. Lawyer up 4.8. We have plenty of time for these numbers to change.
Kind of balancing out, we had Dr. Lawyer and Snake way out in front earlier on in the stream.
Mm-hmm.
I get the top, looks like it's spot on.
We got a. That's a nice wet double board, or first board for the double board PLO bump pot.
Absolutely, multiple players are going to be touching that one.
Just as wet. Interacts with them. I love it. Get two boards that interact with each other very well. See what can transpire here.
Check for 9.
There's one of the hands.
100 from 1.
Yep, Jack 10. The effective nuts on both boards right now.
Jambros, I was down to 700.
Levi has diamonds.
And a bottom straight draw. That Snake has the hand you want, though.
Yes, the
Top
Jack
two
10.
pair with Queen 9 on one board. Yeah. Oh, and then we have King Queen. Oh, yeah. Everybody's got each other's outs.
They play conservatively on
Jack 10. Yeah.
Yeah, on the flop relative to their hands. See what happens on the turn.
This is wild because two players have Queen Jack 10. Pick Me still the favorite on that
450 from seat 1.
on the King Queen board. Now picking up clubs. Going nowhere. See what Snake wants to do. Snake may pot this.
And what's the confirmed? Nuts on the top
Go get a t-shirt and just
and outs to scoop on the bottom.
Stuck, buddy? Alright, give me one.
Just makes the call.
just you and me.
Yeah.
Decides to trap, so
If he can stop playing like super good.
Nice clean turn there for the Jack 10.
Go join like with the upswing.
And a nice clean river for the King Queen.
On course.
It will be hard for him to hold on if this just gets open pot.
yeah, very interesting because he's actually getting the most of this pot. If he gets all in, he would be getting a whole half, and both
Yeah.
players with Jack 10 would be getting quartered. But if action goes bet, it's going to be hard, like you said, to hang on with his hand.
1,000 into this pot though isn't that bad. It wasn't full pot. It's close to half. Does call.
Let's see if Snake does
Snake is going to
something.
bump it up.
Yeah. And now
And
this
this
is,
is-
where
Yeah.
it gets tough. And I'm just now really picking up on the fact that he also has a 10 in his hand as well.
Mhm.
And on a double paired board, he may think somebody's just going nuts with a naked Jack or Jack 3.
I mean, he could still have Jack 10. It's just nuts that two people have Jack 10. And Dr. Lawyer knows that if someone has King Jack 10, he's getting...
I got half.
Oh, he calls, though.
You guys are on the same board.
Oh, he's
Wow.
And I'm not gonna
figured this out.
You called, right?
They did call.
How much was that?
39.45.
I don't... I'm shocked.
He calls it right.
He
but
calls it right.
Doesn't want to put the money in.
There's so much money in the middle.
Yeah.
Motherfucker! I was 100% correct.
Yeah.
He was...
I had King Queen.
That's wild. He
I
knew...
I thought one of them had quad threes, the other one had Jack 10, and I had the King Queen.
That's wild.
But I can't call for two pair in the fucking
I mean, I would have to pull out a pen and paper and take my shoes off to be able to really do all the math this quickly, but it's not.
There's two
it
factors.
can't be a bad fold.
It's not. I don't think it's a terrible fold. One of the things is it's a large pot. There's so much money in the middle. And if you win half of the pot, you're making money, but you're only calling to win half the pot. That's the biggest problem. Because your 10 is never good on that board.
Right.
I called it. I
It's
was
just never
right
good.
That you were both on this side, but you know you can't call my hand. I was just like, I'm not stuck. If I was stuck, I'd say fuck it.
That's probably true. A lot of people, if they are stuck, will just say,
Nice raise.
"Fuck it."
Can only go deeper. Can only go up or get even deeper in. So
And that would have been a sick call if he had made it, though. Taking half of that.
oh yeah, the looks on the other players' faces, thinking that they were guaranteed to get half, and finding out that they're in fact getting quartered would have been very interesting.
It's just the way Jay does it.
I like that way, Jay. That's not a bad way to do it. That's a good way to do it. I've never seen it done that way, and that's cool.
Oh man, that
Snake and Dr. Lawyer picking up some extra money in that.
Yeah, absolutely. That last $1,000 bet, 500 apiece for them, in a spot where it should have potentially cost them money.
I think they both made like $800 in the hand.
Yeah.
$900. That's pretty good.
Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco.
Improvement.
No green chips. No green chips.
I dare you tip more than 25.
okay.
Oh,
There you go.
hey!
Nothing like tip shaming.
That is solid. Good hand, Jay.
Hey!
Jay works hard.
He does. All of our dealers work hard.
Yes, they do. Well, not me. I avoid it as much as possible.
Avoid working hard.
That's why I'm in here with you.
I guess I mean I can't disagree with that statement.
Now I know what it's like to be cards at Omaha. This
But
is pretty bad.
I know.
I'm here if they need me.
Snake.
Even for you would
Let me see. I saw like
It's they're still talking about the hand, and it's just such a hard call to make. Even though it's 2.5K more to win $6,500. That's what you're risking.
And it's,
whoever folded that hand was better.
one of the great things about poker, that mix of, the information that all of the unknowns, and just that gut feeling that you had. And I don't know where exactly his head was at as far as why he felt so strongly that they might have both been playing the same board. Easy. It's hard for me to even try to think about it now because we saw the cards the whole time.
They say your gut instinct is often right, and that was his first gut instinct, was that he had half the pot.
Yeah.
Top two pair, best hand for Snake.
Got 987.
605. They gave him a five.
No one with a flush draw. Snake betting the full wager.
No, bullpen was like the best in the friggin' league until
Well,
recently.
I'm saying the bullpen.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Getting
ouch,
called
Game
by
of
Dr.
Thrones.
Lawyer. Dr. Lawyer,
the Rays have been really hot.
a non-believer. Jambros with Big Lick and some dreams.
Situation is not good on the.
5 would be nice. Did I see 3 of them folded though? Was that this
I
hand?
don't remember.
Oh yeah.
Jambros in there. We can see a spicy turn. That's a spicy turn because Snake now picks up clubs. Top set for Dr. Lawyer on a very wet and very connected board. Just gonna, come out guns a-blazing.
Yeah, wanting to take it down right now if he can.
Or wall ahead, get the most amount of money put in. Snake may just go with it here.
Yeah, he knows that there's certain hands, 10-9, Jack-10 with diamonds or clubs. He has the 10 of diamonds, but lots of combinations of hands that may just not give up.
He wants to fold though. As we can see, there are no clubs left in the deck.
I mean, the ace is just the worst card in the deck for him, and I think he knows it.
Yeah, because now Ace King gets there. And Ace King of Diamonds a real possibility.
Flush draw is only 8 high as well, so he had a king high flush draw. I think this may have already gone in already.
I think so too.
He's in there though. Not gonna be happy when he sees the news. The turn really crushed his hand.
Yeah.
He thought it gave him more outs. It ended up getting him a little stuck in that pot.
Nice hand, Dr. Lord. What a turn card.
And just like that, he will certainly be up over the 10K mark.
I think he's up 13-ish now. Big winner of the stream tonight so far. We have a couple hands left for y'all. Still 9 minutes left in the stream.
I don't want to call it beginner's luck because he's been playing very well, but first time on our stream, so that is a nice welcome.
How much did you reload? Did you reload for 5? Thank you.
Snake reloading for 5K.
Only a couple hands left that we'll be able to see live, but I imagine after taking an unfortunate swing here was up more than 4.5K. Now is down 4.4. He is probably not going to want to go anywhere for a while. Yeah, Gaming Pro, I believe he actually won the very first hand that he played, if I remember correctly. Has not looked back since. Kind of took a bump in the road in that one hand, but you were right. DT 13.7K. And
pretty good first stream.
Yeah. Like he made the final table of our main event here.
Bro's gonna bump it up. This is a beautiful hand.
Oh, so amazing.
Yeah, 160 actually. No, that is 150 because it's 5.
Stroh's in there.
Oh, sorry, my 5 rolled in here with that. I'm just gonna take that yellow.
Pick me in there.
Pick me open it up a little bit as this winds down.
Let's see if this hits anybody. 2 players with a jack. That's about all that's going on.
Could find some interesting turns, of course.
Ghost Rose. A 10 would be an interesting turn. The case jack would be a very interesting turn. Pick me.
Even a queen, queen of clubs.
Makes the call.
Oh, Jambros has the queen of clubs.
Oh.
Weren't you talking about a 10 just now?
Yeah.
That's a card.
That's a card. 2 pair for pick me. Top pair open ender for Stroh's. Top 2 pair open end for Jambros, and a gut shot for. Actually, it's technically open ended, double gutted.
No diamond draws, so they might actually play this turn kind of chill. No chill.
Oh, this is if he full pots it. Jambros has a decision.
Top 2 and double gutted.
Does make the call. Pick me's only got 840 behind. Ghost Rose now getting a great price with a very medium strength hand.
Will he be tempted?
Getting 3-1.
I think he should.
As we can see, he's not quite got the math, but it's a big pot. And I believe a clean 9 or a clean ace will get him heaps.
540.
Pick me needing An 8. This may get him out if.
Two pair.
Oh, just checks back. Jambros is gonna scoop it.
Yeah, an awkward stack size there where he did not quite have enough behind. A great card to pull the trigger on if he wanted to try to bluff, but only 800 and change back into a 4K pot.
May get a crying fold out of Jambros. Could have also worked.
I feel like if he had 12, like 12,
1200,
yeah, like
1500. I think 1500 or 2000 would have done it.
15, yeah, 2000 definitely, 15 probably, 12 may have been enough to get away with it.
Just like that, Jambros up 1.2K.
He is back, baby. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
And we have received word that the last hand of the evening will be hand 71. I hope everyone's had a good evening so far. Thanks for joining us. Been a great one. Plenty of action, as you can always expect from this 13615 PLO game here at Texas Card House Houston.
I have had so much fun with this stream. I am sad that this one is ending, but hopefully we get some good action for these last couple hands, and I'm excited to go back out on the floor, check on them. Maybe see if there's a 1-3 PLO side game I can hop into.
I know
There's a bar bench. They face the turkey. I know
No good hands.
Beautiful
one.
hand for Dr. Lawyer.
Levi is given action. Let's see what he has.
Two beautiful hands going to go to battle here, and they interact very well.
They're dancing all around each other.
Yeah, the right board, we can get some action.
Another Jack-10 board.
Not this board.
Yeah, kind of hard to get, but would have been interesting.
King high and jacks.
Ace on the flop, yeah, just ruins the fun.
Yeah, Levi just betting the max. Dr. Lawyer out of there. And now we have the last hand of the evening.
Any predictions?
I hope we get another big one.
I'm going to predict middle set versus nut flush draw. I don't know who. And that'll get us exactly what we were asking for.
I feel like top set, middle set, and a wrap. That's what I want to see.
Okay. Maybe we can get all three, see who wins. Is that like literally rock, paper, scissors of poker?
What?
Like flush draw versus wrap versus it's like the...
Oh, versus set?
Yeah,
not
versus
really. I thought rock, paper, scissors was ace, king, jack, 10 deuces.
Oh, yeah, and hold 'em.
Yeah, and hold 'em. That's actual rock, paper, scissors.
150.
We have aces for Dr. Lawyer. Not good ones, but reasonable ones. Jambros. Ghost throws in there. Where you have hands that can make a pot happen.
It could happen.
King high, 2 diamonds, no one with diamonds, no one with a king. Set of 8s for VJ. I don't really see anyone putting a ton of money yet. The max is going to get bet here.
Yeah.
This is probably just going to do it.
I think he'll be happy to chip up a little bit with the middle set there. Fade the flush draws and wraps.
And with that, we will have the last hand of the evening. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us tonight. DT and Shanice in the booth, bringing you all the action. Got any parting words?
Just thank you guys so much for coming and spending time with us again. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys. Have a good evening.